All right, let's see if we can get this party started. And we are... Oh, God, on YouTube, really? We are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a Hump Day RSG lunch stream, the stream where we do Monday through Friday at this time to hang out with you wonderful and amazing folks and bring you something fun and entertaining to listen to during the workday, wherever you may be. Maybe you're just getting your day started. Maybe it's lunchtime. Maybe you're on your way home. It doesn't matter whether you're watching this live or later on. We got something fun for you as we discuss, do things, and go over Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the mobile game brought to you by Capital Games. I'm your man with the plan, Ranger J 1999, welcoming you into another edition of the Hump Day celebration of the RSG lunch hour. And what do we do here? Just kind of dick around and just have fun with you guys. And it's pretty simple. This is an interactive stream. I like to interact with everybody in the chat. So my first thing that I ask you to do is to give your greetings, say hi to me, say hi to all the other skewers. And also if you have questions, you can put those into the chat. Make sure you put the word question in front of your actual question statement. And then we will... we'll get those responded to as best we can with the best answers and or responses that we can give you. So get those in as well, but give your greetings and all that stuff. Then, of course, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. It's the easiest way to support the content that we're putting up. If you're watching this a lot and you're not subscribed, I don't know why. But then again, I wasn't put on this planet to get why. So hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. And that's an easy way to give support to RSG. The other thing to do is... I'm trying to think. No, that's basically it. So leave comments if you want to. We are doing our big Patreon push. And I've come up with a strategy here. We only need 15 more. We picked up another one yesterday. Big shout out to BF. They know who they are. Previously, we had KB and EH that became recent Patreons. If you do become a Patreon, make sure you check because you get those benefits of being a Patreon, where you get your own VIP channel. You get to come hang out with us, like I'm going to be in the Discord today, hanging out, watching the game, getting ready for the stream tonight. So you guys can come hang out with me while we do that. You can ask me Star Wars questions. You can ask me whatever you want. That's your time, your VIPs. Plus, you get a mini roster review whenever we're doing it. We're streaming. So. Or if I'm happy to be in the Discord, you can get one there too. But typically when I'm streaming, you can just pop in and say, hey, can you look at this? Yep, got it. And that's the cool thing about being a Patreon. Now, I'm going to come up with a plan to see if we can get these last 15. If we get 15 before the 30th, that's 11 days from now, which is Sunday, right? Because Monday I'm going to be doing Halloween-y stuff. If we do, I will start doing the lore video series again. I was thinking about like what would be the incentive, but the caveat is that only the Patreons are going to be able to pick like what I pick as a subject. I'll give them some topics, they can give me some ideas, and only the Patreons and VIPs will be able to tell me what they want me to do, and they'll get first crack at looking at it. So that'll be the thing. I will do the lore series. I know it was popular for a while. It was a lot of work and everything, and then we were streaming so much that I just couldn't do it, but I will make time. I will do the lore series again. I do have a few videos out that I've done, but I will let the VIPs pick. But that's only if we get these last 15 Patreons. And how do you become a Patreon? It's easy. Just go to the Patreon. The link's in the description. I will put it in the chat. And all you have to do is become a Patreon. And that's it. $5 a month or more, you can support the content. And the reason we're pushing Patreon is because YouTube just doesn't pay shit. It just doesn't. I'm sorry, it doesn't. And if you guys want me to continue to be on this platform, you just have to hit certain goals for Patreons. And I'm doing it incrementally. And so this month, my goal is 24. We've got 9. We need 15 more. There you go. So spread the word and things like that. Who joined us? I heard a... Oh, it's Karthik. Clayton, the Mad Chad lad. The Welling Cannoneers joined us.
My yawning gave me away.
Yeah, I heard something. I was like, well, it's not Thane, because Thane would blow my goddamn,
Your drums out?
Do you take cash? Yes. If you want to just do a cash donation there, brother, we do have the tip jar, Dark Side. I'll put that in there for you as well. That's for the Bourbon Taco Fund, but I'm open to anything. So there's the PayPal. That's the tip jar. People do that for like,
Of course, the Commodore Red-Bearded Winch would be open for anything.
At this point, yeah. I like food. I like eating it. Although I'm dieting like a motherfucker, dude. I've lost 45 pounds. Can you believe that shit, dude?
I can.
I'm starting to get my 12 pack back. I was looking at myself and we're like, hey, where did that come from? You know, when you do 100 push-ups to 200 push-ups a day, and on top of the other exercises, plus all my abs, plus hitting the bags, that shit tend to happen. So I was like, hey, I just got to keep it up. I got to lose 15 more pounds before I can get to my ideal military weight, so I can be looking like I did in the military. So it's always the last pounds, brother, that the toughest to get off you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so bro, so bleh.
Yeah,
I don't
I
like
feel
it.
that.
Yeah. And then soon I'll get Karthik doing the same exercise with me every morning. Like, Karthik, get up, it's time to do our exercise. So
Oh, yeah, it's long overdue.
and then your wife will be like, oh my God, thank you, Ranger. You made my husband buff and Chadley again.
There you go. There you go.
And then she'll punch me. All right. So we're getting the greetings in. Not much going on in the game, guys. We're just hanging out with you for a bit because, well, tonight we have the Wednesday night stream, the longest running live stream in the SWGOH universe. Episode 300 something. I've forgotten like what that even entails. But we'll do that tonight. We'll cover we got the 2 new droids. We'll cover that here in a second, but we'll see if there's any other news in there. We did get the kit reveals for PT1 and 000. And then we'll do JC tonight, Clayton.
I'm not looking forward to mine, dude.
I'm not looking forward to mine either, honestly. I mean,
My first opponent is
not happy times.
Is from Ma Vanguard.
Andrew's Nice says, how many patrons for you to stream you doing the Saitama workout? Kind of am already doing the Saitama workout. I don't know. I'll come up with a number with that, Andrew Zani. What would be because I'm already doing it. I don't know if I mean, that seems like I would just be kind of cheating there because I'm already working out like a mother. Because I do.
No, it's just streaming it, not.
Oh, just for me to stream it? I'd do that for anyways. But there's nobody that ever wants to work out, so I don't bother streaming it. It's like, okay, nobody wants to watch that shit, so.
Apparently people do.
Oh, well, Andrew Zani does, but I mean, I'd have to have a bunch of people. Patrons, let me know. You guys have your own VIP chat. You can tell me what you want. I'll make a deal. You want me to do the lore stuff, or you want me to do streams of me working out? I'll do either or. You guys let me know in the Patreon channel what you guys would like to see me do more. Lore videos, you guys can have input on like what I do the lore video on, or do you want me to just do once a week? I just go in there and do my workout, and you guys can watch. All right. Anything else? Just get your greetings in. Start saying hi to everybody. I have a little bit of both at the same time. I can't do both at the same time. When I'm working out, I'm not doing lore videos. That's just not a thing. Good Lord. Happy birthday to Grim. I think yesterday was Grim's birthday. They did a stream for him, so happy birthday, Grim. Longtime skewer and RSG crew member and D&D player and does hate hunting with Kate and them. So, yeah, happy birthday to Grim. I think he turned 7,462 yesterday, so he looks good for his age.
That math checks out.
Yeah, the math does check out. There's no big events today. It was the credit heist, 5 million. Okay, great.
It's the extra. It's the extra ship battle. We're getting I think the executives is the extra fight. That was part of the extra charity thing.
That. Yeah. So there you go.
I don't know why that's a reward, but okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's see here. All right, so let's give the greetings. I've got a little bit of mod depression to do. As you can see, yesterday we've gotten Ben. I've got him 68 now, so we'll work on him. But he's at 17,000 something damage, 17,100, I think.
And for those who have asked in the chat, yes, he is still bugged.
Yes, he is very much bugged. And then we took Savage Press up yesterday. He's Relic 5, and he's remodded, and I just have to get him to 60, but he's looking creamy. And he's looking creamy and dreamy. So there you go. All right, let's say hi to everybody before I go do mod depression here. Dark Side says hello there. Hello there. Mako with a hello there, and hello there. Andrew says hello there. If you were farming Ray, would you actually farm the fleet or just spend crystals to get Radis to 5 stars since it's not a great fleet?
It's debatable. Once the fleet's at relics, it's not terrible. It's just they don't punch up versus a lot, but they're a great cleanup fleet.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
So I wouldn't just put it to 5 stars and forget about it, but I wouldn't super rush it either if you got other fleets to work on.
Yeah. I agree. Celsi says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Celsi. So good to see you again. Same thing with Jaegerbaum. Jaeger's in the chat. Hey, Jaeger. Says, good evening. Good evening, sir. Big O, the Orlando Ganga Singh is here. He says, hi, skewers. Hi, Orlando. Ni hao. Ohenga Xing Ren Shini. Alpha and the Omega says, hi, Ranger and skewers. Hi, Alpha and the Omega. Let's see here. Bobus, our fellow guildie, says, hello there, Ranger, Karth, and skewers. Hope this finds you well. Hope you are doing well on this hump day. Let's see here. Andrewzani says, Lord videos from the treadmill. All right, Andrewzani, that's not happening, so just get it out of your mind. Just let it out of your mind, yeah.
Bunch of thirsty thoughts in this chat.
I know, right? What else any three says, happy hump day. What's going on there? What else any three? Lord Megatron and the Decepticons join us on a hump day celebration with hearts and waves. It's nice of the Decepticons with Lord Megatron to do that. Evan Buckler says, morning, Ranger skewers. Hump day. Mike. Guess what day it is? Jason Hobbs says, word to the mothership, indeed. He's always wording the mothership. I appreciate it. What else in three? If you're going to stream your workout, you need to wear something tighter and more low cut from what I've heard from friends. I usually just wear sweats because I'm trying to sweat my balls off, man.
You say you look like the girls at the gym. You need to be a gym babe.
Well, I guess I could, but I'll put some stuff on Amazon. I can't wear that shit. I just wear sweats and work out, man. Sorry, I'm not trying to look good.
I want to see Ranger and Spanx.
Yeah.
Get them Lululemons.
Benny Lau. Ni hao, Benny Lau. Good to see you, my friend. Alpha and the Omega says, Resistance is missing one ship, but that could spread force. I think it would be an A-grade fleet. Yeah, a little bit more damage too, I think.
It just needs something that takes Poe out of the starting lineup.
Yeah.
And gives more buffs. Like Foresight's one of them, but more buffs in general. So that the Rey's Millennium Falcon can just light somebody up fast. But yeah, until then,
yeah, Andrewzani,
just
just do the minimum for right now, then figure out what you want to do with the fleet afterwards. This might be my advice. Benny says, keep it hairy and sexy, Gym Ranger. Actually, I don't have any hair on me. I keep hair off me because, especially since I work out a lot, man, you don't want to be hairy when you're working out, dude. No. So I keep
it goes to Sean Connery fantasy.
No, I'm not doing that shit. No. I keep it smooth and I use the lotion because you need to. That shit, I learned that the hard way. So I'm constantly keeping it all smooth and ready to rock and roll. So Ranger, you pronounce my name really well. I'm learning Chinese. I guess it's helping out. Thank you, Big O. I'm getting there, you know. Yeah, kind of smooth like a baby's bottom. I mean, the easiest way is just to use Nair, and then after I shower now, I use men's lotion on it just to, because when you work out that much, you sweat, you get nasty, and it's just, and when you have like a hairy chest or a hairy back, like when you're working out, it gets itchy and it's just annoying. And so I just keep it manageable so that when I'm working out, I don't have to think about it. Well, the lotion is to keep your skin moisturized. I don't think a lot of people realize that when you sweat and you're working out and you're doing all that stuff, and especially during the wintertime, especially now, it gets drier. Your skin gets dry. It causes you to be itchier and stuff. So I just use lotion. They make a lot of men's lotion out there that's really good. Because it's different from women's lotion. So, just the way, you should, men should, listen, man, you need to moisturize it. I'm telling you, man, you'll be less itchy and shit. Yeah. And women, for the most part, I saw a thing that women just don't like a big, giant, hairy gorilla ape. I mean, some do, they like that, but the vast majority like, a smooth chest and back and stuff. So I'm like, all right, I can do that, but you got to work out first and have the body to do that. So 15 more pounds, I'll really be rocking it, but I can't do that. I'm not quite there yet. But for working out, I just find it my skin's less irritated. I'm not thinking about it. I can sweat and it's really, and you got to stay hydrated, but I mean, just for your skin. And you'll know if you need to get some, rub your fingernails against your skin, even no matter how your complexion is, just do that. And if you can see the lines from where you just scratch, you might want to use some lotion. Nobody likes ashy skin.
I'm set.
So let's do some mod depression. Speaking of Stay hydrated with red wine. Yeah, well, you do need a little wine is actually really good for you. Let's see.
Growing up grapefruit juice, man. Come on.
What did we get here?
Dude, with these new changes to the mod farming stuff, oh, that's not terrible.
I'm looking at it. It's not
It
bad.
doesn't have percent offense though, so that's unfortunate.
Do I want to keep this though? 51 offense.
I mean, it's under 10 as a gold, and you didn't really roll.
I sold it.
Look
I
at
just got rid of it. It's not what I wanted. Evening, Idahan 224. Glad to have you here. Skywalker Vader's given the live long and prosper up there in frozen land of Canuck, Canada there. With all the other Vulcans. It's good to see you there, eh? All right. So we did the event. If there's no events, I don't. I mean, I'll do my arena shit. Yeah, this is chilling out with you guys today. So get your greetings, get your comments in, all that stuff. As Ben Franklin said, what else 23 says? As Ben Franklin said, all things in moderation while he was drinking and hooking up with half the women in the colonies of France. Well, I've kind of done the same thing. I've spent my time in Europe and stuff, so I respect Ben Franklin. Straight baller. Cash Kala. He's pretty good. Not too shabby there, that old Ben Franklin, founding father. Respect. Especially when you go to France. Stoneham says, Ayo! Well, Angel just get some Nair, get the hair off you, use some lotion, you'll feel better, dude. I'm just telling you, man. It just works, dude. Glad to have your son. Tell him love with the man different. Well, rebuild yourself. We have the technology to do it. Tumble Dry, the man with the best friend in the business, says, especially moderation. And you want to have moderation in your life. It's good. It's fine to do stuff. Like I drink on the streams, but I do that on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. The other days, I don't drink. It's moderation. But sometimes you got to tie one on, though. You just have to tie one on. You're doing JC, the data crunch, you're kicking your ass, and you just want to be numb. So, yeah. Hey, Jay and the Argonauts jumping in saying hello all with the waves. Very nice. It says, I've been to Germany and Sweden, but not France. They really like us, Shanks in Sweden. They like us. Most places in Europe, they like Yankee Needle Dandies hanging out. So I had a lot of fun, Karth, in Europe. Not going to lie. I had too much fun. Oh, boy, did I have me some fun.
I can't imagine.
Now, we should get an update today. We got the kit reveals. I think the kits look great. I think the only thing that people were asking is like, is this part of the legendary? And I'm like, I don't think they are. They would have said if that was part of that, right? They would have tagged those as part of characters you would have needed.
Well, that's what I had definitely thought as well. Is that they would have mentioned it, and they did not, which is just curious. I don't want to like read too much into it because it's kind of like the elephant in the room. It doesn't make sense for them to not be required. But again, they could have doubled up on this too, depending on how the marquee packs are. If the marquee pack has both characters in it, then they just might be calling this a 2-for-1, and these might just be one of the 4 for the unlocks, and they may not. So I mean, there's just too many unknowns right now for what they really want out of it. But I'm here for it because I like the
kits look great. They look great.
They look
the
like
characters and kits look great. The names of it. Oh my god, I was laughing so hard yesterday because I was hanging out with Scribe yesterday for Fru, and those got announced, and we started just giggling at some of the names. They went all in, man, and I love it. It's so good. Angel says, "Is this the first time they put 2 characters in one marquee event?" Yes, it is. That is absolutely true. What else in 3? They must be separate. Does that also mean we might get more puzzle from Crumb from the other 3? That's what I heard was supposed to be, that there's more puzzles coming in relations to the other characters. So this makes
that's kind of what I.
Yeah, it makes me think that
too.
I think these are just characters for Dr. Afra, which she needs are droids, and I love the kit.
Which
so yeah,
the release makes sense because they'll go farmable by the time her event comes around.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like, okay, cool.
Which is probably what they want to have happen, because let's be honest, if you start the event to unlock her and you still have to go get her characters too, then I think that'd be kind of funny if they weren't farmable yet, because you'd have to wail on everything, which I mean they do like us doing, but still.
They do like it. They do. They do believe in spooks. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's not 100% that that's the case, but every time they've done a character, they will put in the facts where you get the character and if it's related. And they didn't do that. They just said that it's a marquee event. They didn't say it was going to be needed for. They would put in there introducing the next character and or characters for the upcoming Dr. Aphra event. That would be something they would do. So I don't think that, that just doesn't make sense.
They only had one line of the entire kit release that had anything to do with her, and then like it was basically it said you'll be prescribed,
yeah,
like how you use them, like that'll be prescribed to you later. Oh, there's a doctor reference. I wonder who they mean. So it's which is weird because it probably means the kit reveal was written before the puzzle was, so they didn't want to say anything about it directly.
Yeah. Who's next? Angel, do you think Dr. Aphra will not be the leader of the team? They seem to hit a Sortie being the ideal leader for those two. I think they're going to have synergy with Dr. Aphra for sure. I think they're going to tie it into Darth Vader because that's the whole thing. Just add some more characters for him, make him a little bit more potent and stuff. But they can go in all kinds of directions. Your Sortie reference is not out of line, and it could be for Sortie. I don't know. We don't have enough information to make a call one way or the other.
I think in threes, she'll be the leader of those two.
Oh yeah, God.
And they're setting that up already with their Omicrons. But in fives, I think she'll sit somewhere else. And it kind of depends on who else we get. There is some speculation as to who the other characters are, and they could kind of go all over the road. But I'm assuming that most of the characters that come out for her are going to be related to the Dr. Aphra comics. So Hondo is related to her in the comics. There's a couple of characters that are whispers in the wind right now. We don't know for certain how connected they're going to be, but yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of ways this can go. And remember, these are all canon characters. These are not like last year where we had legendary, EU characters coming in with all the stuff that they created.
It's so crazy to think that the comics are from Disney. Like,
yeah,
because it's 7 years ago, but that's when they bought that's right around the time when they bought. Well, they bought it before then, but I mean, yeah, the comics are 7 years old and it's all under Disney's watch, so it is canon stuff.
Alpha and the Omega says, as the Omicrons are for 3v3, do you think Aphra will have a 3v3 Omicron as well? She might not. I don't know, because if they've got it, I mean,
the team would need to be out of this world good to drop 3 Omicrons on them,
yeah,
for a game mode you play every other month,
yeah, why
they keep doing that blows my mind.
I don't know either. Ray Rock says, good taco hump day morning, Ranger pickle flashers, Wookiee strokers, and coffee drinkers. I think it's 7 years ago, Karthik.
Sure, if you want. I don't care.
Our founding fathers brought forth the nation. The Gettysburg Address. Good reference there, Ray Rock. I don't know. Benny says if it tied Vader Lee wouldn't affect the droids. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what's gonna this is gonna encompass and everything. We still don't have Dr. Aphra. That's a key piece here. So I mean, we can speculate. We can kind of think about what's gonna come, but we're still in the lurch on a lot of this stuff. I'm 90%. I could still be wrong with this. I don't think the droids are going to have anything to do with the Dr. Aphra event. I think they're going to bring in 4 characters like they did last year. Like they did with Starkiller. I think the droids are separate. So
that's kind of what I'm hoping for, to be honest, because like they were expected to come with her, like by all means.
Yeah.
But I really hope they're not a part of it, because I really hope that they use the opportunity to bring in new characters that help lift or create new teams, because there are a lot of GL requirements that are just twiddling thumbs with no viability because we have no good mechanic to use with them. So it's hopefully not a waste opportunity, but
yeah,
see, got their own schedule here, so we'll figure it out.
Thomas says, I think the droids are a distraction. I don't think so. I think this is all tied in together. They are tied into Dr. Aphra, so they're not a distraction. Say like Sortie was. Sortie was kind of a distraction. She came in, we're like, whoa. Oh, what's this? Because that was about the time the mangas was coming out, and we're like, Are they going Old Republic? No, they weren't.
You got really excited.
It was. But no, I think that the droids are part of this overall strategy that they're doing, but I don't think it's a distraction. It's not distracting me from anything. I'm not going to work on them because I'm not even worried about that right now. I mean, I got shit to work on. Like, I swear, man, if with the update today, if we don't get Skiffy Lando, I'm going to lose my mind, Karth.
They
really
can't
are.
not. It is the farthest they would ever have pushed out a character to go farmable if they do not put him in today.
I'm going to be very not happy, Karth. I mean,
I
what the
would
hell?
also be in that same boat, to be honest. But yeah, I can't imagine them pushing it out further. But it's CG. Anything is possible.
Yes, you must temper your expectations. Let me go see what's going on in TB. I don't really care about Phase 2, but we're probably already done with it. Well, we're getting close.
Not quite, but yeah, we're getting there.
How many stars we got on the ship battles already? I can do a ship battle. I guess we go do one. Dark side. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, speed.
Do I want to use Empire here, or do I want to use the Bounty Hunter fleet or the Empire fleet? What should we do here?
Are you still bounty hunters available? I mean, for this this is the harder one. It's the guaranteed negotiator fight. So I mean, just raffle stomp the crap out of it. With,
might as well. Let's just do this, and then we can throw 3 Empire because I still have my Malevolence and stuff I can go do the other one with if we said need so. With you, and I don't know, you. Creamy. All right, go.
3 speed.
Meow Meow says, I'm going to tell Crumb to delay Skiff till Friday so we can see Ranger Rage. You know, Meow Meow, I thought you liked me more than that. You know, we've been through a lot together.
She just wants to watch the world.
She just wants to see the world burn around me. Not that's the only thing. You know?
Oh, that's fair. Well, I mean, that's a great view, though. Am I helping or hurting?
You're hurting. You're really hurting. Hurting a lot. Yeah, let's bring in Boba Fett.
Boba Fett? Where?
Huh. Boba Fett. Ray Rock, whatever you do, Ranger G, just don't use first order shits with Chimera like me last night. I barely managed to complete the mission. Oh my.
Let's go ahead. Move some.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Dumb of me to do this after lock-in.
Well, yeah.
Dude, I'm a little butthurt.
Little.
The Zeta Pack dropped the day after lock-in. Literally at midnight tonight. Like literally, what is that? That's 10 hours. 10 hours after lock-in was done, the Zeta Pack drops. I'm like, you son of a.
You bastard.
So I've got him maxed out now. Yay!
Great, okay, you did a great job. You worked hard. You did it. Mimia says, I'm so Zeta poor. Well, when you're a giant crack and when you and Clayton both are, I have plenty of Zetas. Tumblr says, I'm doing my Galactic War mainly because I haven't done the Vader quest. Got to get those 10 crystals. All right, do that. Yeah. Yes, you, meow meow. There we go. I 3 started. I did it. Look what I did for the guild. I did it, Car. I did a great
So
job.
proud of you.
Did it. I'm gonna go do this fight. I don't really care. Again, another battle where it's like, okay, I'll do this one. We'll do the Drenosians versus the Acolyte thing. Can I have some? If I could give it to you, you know I would. Actually, I would give it to you, but
Yeah, there's a pack in the store. Go buy it. Go spend $100 and see if you get 1 Zeta or 4.
Hell no! Don't buy that shit. Good Lord in heaven.
That's their damn near their best value pack they put out. As long as you don't get like the shitty RNG and then get 10s. I mean, you got to remember the first time they sold Zeta's Ranger, they were $100 for 5.
Yep, right.
For 5 mats. So at least now it's $100 at the guaranteed full Zeta.
All right, big hit. Start the pain train on him.
I'm not disagreeing with it, Meow Meow. I'm just saying if you need Zetas,
don't buy the
and
pack.
you're already gonna wail.
Don't do that, please. Please, God, don't do that.
Or hear me out and do it.
I got some. I hear $100. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah. What a whale wants, what a whale needs.
Whatever makes them happy and sets them free. And I'm thinking they all giving me.
Well, that's fair, man. Yeah, man, but that doesn't come out for another 2 weeks, so I'm not here to argue with you on that one. I'm a catfish. That has so many different connotations.
Meow meow. I don't think that's something one wants to admit to. No.
Are you the catfish that like pretends to be a dude online and they show up and you're randomly a girl? Like, is that what we're hoping for?
All right, now we can go after these fools.
That's the kind of catfish I could be a part of.
Oh, come on, man. I knew I was going to get hosed.
Well, you know, if you had everything at Relics.
I still have spy. This is still possible. Problem is, I got to get that crap off of him or he's just going to one-shot me. Okay, hit him. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Okay, now we can do that. Okay, all in on you. Oh, Christ. I need the big hit from Spy here so bad.
Yeah, you lost your protection up stuff too. That's not good.
No. Just you and me, Ackley. Let's try one more turn here. Get that off you. Do that. I pull this off. Oh, for Christ's sakes.
The blind. Oh, yeah. He hits. I think at a certain health threshold, doesn't he hit immunity crits? Yeah.
He's gonna get me here. Yeah, I can't do anything. They're gonna kill me. I mean, they're hitting him. Oh, that's nice. All right, let's do this. Come on. Gotta risk it for the biscuit. You can hit him. I don't care. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, Spy. No, that was horrible. Oh, no. Oh, no. Damn it. Nah.
The reek.
The Ackley got me. It's right there. Okay. That's all right. I'm not really worried about it.
I mean, yeah, exactly. It's not like it's a huge...
Yeah. I mean, I've won the last 5, and we just finally the way it turned. I kind of took a risk there because I was like, oh, it's so close. But then when they popped in, I'm like, oh, shit. He's right there in red. It's like, you know what happened? Getting days on Spy killed me there. I was like, oh, for Christ's sakes, I could finish this off. So, not, yeah, the Acolyte's just there for extra get. It's fine. Yeah, they're all, you know. Well, that final round, I mean, I did get all the Jedi out of there, but that one was, you know, just like, damn, I had to risk it for the biscuit.
Defense, max health, and tenacity.
Rod, what's going on, buddy? Says hello there. About the new droids, are they part of Dr. Alpha requirements? I mean, I don't remember seeing it clearly. No, we haven't seen anything about that. It's a requirement for Dr. Alpha. But yeah, guys, I appreciate the advice. I can beat that. You understand? I don't care.
Yeah, you gotta understand, he was just one step away from loading that fight and pressing auto.
Yeah,
and the only reason I didn't is closer,
like I did yesterday,
just not doing it.
Yeah,
the only reason he did the mission so he doesn't get tagged later.
Yeah. Like, Ranger, like, oh god, I was paying more attention to the chat than I was that stupid ass fight. I've done that a million times, so I don't really care about Darkside TV until phase 3 and 4, where we need to make sure we get our stars so everybody gets their max rewards.
No, we don't even. I mean, it's literally not until phase 4 where we even have to try, like, really try.
And I just go in with my 3 GLs and troopers and go 4. So, and then I do that one mission that takes 45 minutes with Duke. When then, Jesus Christ.
Well, I missed a mission today because the game froze on me, but it's phase
I
two,
still,
so
yeah, I think we still might be okay. Yeah, I think we might get it. We're 11 out of 15. I don't know.
I would love to get my geos up higher. There, I went through like 4 different teams. They had allowed to take like to high relics, and
Oh, sure. I just can't afford the relics on the other
it's
stuff,
oh
man. I
yeah, it's
just,
it's the signal the blue signal data I'm gonna need is gonna take. I mean, so I went and did. Let's see, I went to take the Momo team to full R8, or the attackers to R8. So Pow Scout and Kyle's already there. Cara Dune to R9. So basically just max out a squad essentially. Um, the crystal cost was for like 450,000 crystals. I'm like, huh?
yeah, the two that
to
I got to.
take
Yeah, the two
it
I got to
was.
do is Poggle and Soldier, and I want to do Soldier, but it's like I can't. I just did Swallow and Savage,
Don't you have
and I
Poggle
got
to relics, or at least to relic zero,
no,
or he's still
they're gear
gear
12.
12?
They're both gear 12. So if we go to my Geos here,
Because I want to keep boosting them for the fleet.
like
They're
Soldier and Poggle, the other three are Relic 3, but I mean, I could do it right now, but that's really going to deplete the shit out of my Relic material that I'm going to need for Jabba. So, you
well,
know,
and the gear material you're going to need for Jabba.
yeah.
Like you still
So,
have Chrysanthemum is a whore when it comes to the carbs and stun guns and stuff like that. He
yeah.
is well, he's a tank, so I mean, at least you didn't do Chrysanthemum and Malgus in the same stride. But
No,
yeah,
but
I mean,
I've
I
been
literally
farming.
burned
Yeah, I've
through.
been farming the hell out of my Carbantes, and I've got stun guns. So I've got, I just did Swallow and Savage. So, but I still got like 700 after those two with everything I had to put on there on those. So each, so I'm okay on those for Chrysanthemum and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, if I could, I would. But yeah, so. All right. So
Unless you guys want to start donating vaults to Ranger.
yeah, that ain't happening. For actually, I don't want vaults. I mean, I just put some more shit on. Listen, Patreon, yes. You want to throw something in the PayPal, great. That's fine. But the other thing is the Amazon wish list. I put some more shit on there. I got the trip coming up. So since we have a pause here, I just got the Thursday night. The Thursday night football. It's the Cardinals and the Saints. I won't be watching that game. Sorry, that just does. That sounds like a boring ass game. But I put some stuff on the Amazon wish list too, because some people don't want to do Patreon and stuff, but they like getting shit off the Amazon wish list. So okay. So I put some shirts and hats that I can wear for the event coming up on November 5th. And speaking of November 5th, we do have a channel in our Discord. We have the big charity event coming up on November 5th. We're going to be streaming. I'm going down to Orlando. We're going to be streaming the event and all that information. You can, if you go to our Discord, you can see charity announcements. You can see the information that we have in there for the charity event coming up. We got a lot of people coming in to volunteer and donate stuff, and we'll make an announcement on that soon of all the stuff we'll have for auction, so we can raise a buttload of money for the American Cancer Society. As you guys know, we are partnered with the American Cancer Society, or Gamers versus Cancer. We helped start that, and we've done a lot of stuff over the years with the ACS to raise money. We did the marathon one year. We went to the Children's Hospital of Atlanta. I got dressed up as Darth Revan, and we played Battlefront with the kids and got into a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff. And yeah, so mark it on your calendar. If you can't be there, if you're going to be there, great. You can come there for the event. You can come meet me, Finn, everybody, and we'll do magic all day, and then we'll go have a meet and greet, drinks and food at a location afterwards. So we'll have a lot of fun there doing that. So that'll be November 5th. But the rest of you guys that can't be there, you can see the stream, spread the word. We'll have a thumbnail very soon and more information on that. And I'm going to really be pimping this shit hard next week. We've got some cool stuff. People are offering some good stuff for us to do for the ACS, and we have a special reason why this one's going to be important too. So, yeah, mark it on your calendars, November 5th. And so, thinking about that, I'm like, you guys always want me putting shit. The only thing I've ever put on that stupid Amazon wish list is the Black Series fridges, which I love, and Meow Meow herself has got me a shit ton of that stuff back there. I should call that the Meow display over there. But I was like, what do I need? I need a jacket. I need some hats. I put some shirts on there. I was just like, okay, fuck it. Just if you want to do that, you can. So don't ask me. It's there. Go there. But we are doing our big Patreon push. We need 15 more. So if we get 15 more, I'll start the lore video up, and then we'll let the VIPs pick the lore videos, and I'll do one of those a week. And start doing that again if we can get to 15. And if you just want to throw something in the tip jar, there you can. So I've already put it in the chat earlier, and it's in the description. So there you go. I pimped stuff there. Yay, let's go back to talking about the game. Interesting. The what mission hardly matters anymore unless you're brand new. Well, some people it does matter. It depends on where you're at. I just do it to do it, you know. So, ye stuff, poopy things. All right. Get your questions in, comments, anything like that. You're more than welcome. We will cover the new kids tonight on the Wednesday night show. We'll go over them. We'll go over all the news, and then we'll do JC, and then me and Clayton will drink ourselves into oblivion as we are saddened by what we face in JC. So
yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I got my first Jabba opponent.
And I really love the skewers because my Stros are going to be playing at that exact time, bro. I'm going to miss the game. But I have to do it because the skewers are first. As much as I love my Stros and I want to watch the games.
Just going to have it on the screen next to him.
No, I mean, I'll have the score up, but it's on TBS, so I have to go upstairs to watch it because it's TBS and I don't have the MLB package, so I literally have to, like, you know, I'll just have ESPN up, just like the scores and stuff. So if you see me scream and yell and stuff, then you'll know why.
Did you happen to still sneak into Kyber 1, or did you fall out?
Oh, I'm still in Kyber 1, yeah.
Oh, holding on by your teeth?
Yeah, I can lose 2 and still stay in Kyber 1.
Oh,
So,
there you go. That's not bad.
I'm holding on by by the hair of my chinny chin on that crap.
Who's your opponent this round?
Somebody I've never heard of before in a either Chinese or Japanese guild. Like I don't know calligraphy. I want to say I don't know. You know, so but they have a ton of datacrons. We're pretty even on everything else, so you know it's going to be one of those who can get through Vader, who can't. So well,
he's been practicing his Ray counter, so
I'm sure he has.
Tea.
Japanese guild, okay. I can't tell calligraphy when it's written like that, whether it's Chinese or Japanese or Korean. A little bit of Korean because they have a little bit more circular pattern in their words, but yeah. It's all Greek to me, Ray Rock. I mean, shit. Now, I am learning Chinese, but I'm learning it not in the calligraphy form, but literally English and Chinese saying the words and stuff. So one day maybe I'll go back and learn calligraphy, but hell no. And hell to the mother effing no. Let's just get through this first year of learning Chinese. And it's coming along. I'm learning my words and verbs and God.
I'm not looking forward to mine at all.
No, but we do what we must, right? Andrew's Nice says, I think I'm screwed for GAC. 8 million opponent with 4 GLs, including the Lord Vader Datacron. Well, welcome to.
And Andrew's on his 5 something. Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, just take your beating like a man. Like, you know, this is what we do here. We just take our beating like a man. You just go in there and just get punched in the head.
I'm not that far off on GP, but they're in a much more competitive guild than I am.
But yeah.
Ma Vanguard is not going to be a fun opponent.
No. Just not. It's not going to be good. Not great. Tumble says, "Dang, now you've planted the idea in my head. Relic 5 Geos. I could do it right now, but then that's going to hose me on delaying. Although if the Skiffy Lando doesn't come out this week, I might as well do it. Jesus Christ."
I mean,
I could take him right now. I've got the crystals. I could drop 50 crystals or the crystals and get 50 shards and to be done with Skiffy Lando. I don't want to do that because I'm trying to save it for Bougie Leia, who I need to get up as well. And who knows when she'll ever come into the game at this point. It's like, oh my God.
I mean, she should be only a couple weeks after him, so she should be in by the end of the month.
You would think that. Theoretically, you're right, but in practice, no, Scott, no.
Yeah, they've really in practice they might push it out just to make people buckle on picking up Jabba.
Yeah.
because you have to shipment farm like 2 of the characters, and you had 2 weeks where you had to buy Boosh Leia,
Yeah.
and we're on 2 weeks now of having to either shipment buy both Skiffy Lando and Boosh Leia. So yeah, if they don't bring it in, I'll be really surprised, because that's just like an ultimate little like, spend your crystals, guys, spend your crystals.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm gonna farm them out of there anyway, but I just wanted one I could farm. It's like, good lord.
Yeah.
It
I'm
doesn't
kind of
like
just
you.
sitting on the sidelines for all this Dr. Aphra stuff, because until I see her kit, I just don't see a reason to go crazy on these characters.
Yeah.
Like, for anything.
Someone asked for that link. There it is. That's the Amazon wish list. There. I've done my ditty. Ditty. I said ditty. All right.
Ranger wants a lot of toys.
That's the only thing I could think of, bro. It's like, I don't want. It's like, okay. It's like stuff there. I gave up arguing that shit a long time ago, Clayton. It's like, okay, y'all want me to create this? I argued for like a year against it, and then finally I just gave in. I'm like, okay, well now, and they're like, no, put shit on it. Like, what? I don't need shit. You know, they're like, put shit on it. Like, oh God, all right, Satan, I'll do it. Jesus.
Listen, in 20 years from now, those things will be worth a fortune.
Yeah. Andrew Zone says, take Grand Inquisitor Relic 5 before you touch Geos.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong, yeah.
Also, it's gonna have to be on your short list anyways, because of the likely.
I'm waiting right before
shuttle.
TB. Well, for shuttle, but if it's a conquest, I'll wait 3 months, because there's no point. I'm not going to get it sooner than 3 months. So it's like, then I'll take.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So there's no rush on that. So
yeah. No, you're right. There's no, if that's the announcement, then yeah. But with the new TB, it might have to perk it up a little bit sooner too. So I mean, at the worst of it, you've got till the end of December.
Yeah. So if it is, as rumor mills have been saying, the next conquest thing, then okay. But that still, I'm not going to rush Grand Inquisitor Relic 5 and stuff, because there's no point, you know. And I don't think we're getting the TV until January, February next year. So
I agree.
No rush.
I don't see that coming out until next year either.
Yeah. So. Me?
All I'm doing is hoarding my Amis now, because I can guarantee you we're gonna need a couple of them to do anything.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just stick on Java. It's fine. I mean, we had a little detour because we wanted Ben and Savage done. So, and then someday I'll get Omicrons out of Cantina farm, because I farm the shit out of Cantina. But I never get Omicron, so I just have to wait till we'll get 2 more tomorrow, then 2 more Monday. Yeah, Christ. It's going to be a New York minute.
Yeah, it's like 24 a month that you get.
Yeah, so diarrhea.
So it'll take a minute. But you're halfway through to your next one already?
Yeah. I need to farm these next, which we will do. All right. 2 characters need it. Jawa and Jawa needs it. Good Morning Guard needs it, I bet too. I bet you that's that piece. No, it's the Mark V. Okay. So I need Mark Vs. But I'll get those out of the guild store, and then I'll farm the other ones out of Get Store, because that's what I do.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing for the last little bit, is just picking up any gear I don't have over 300.
Yeah.
They release that you can chew through all of that in one character.
I know. Andrew Zahn says, if Reva makes Inquisitors a really good CLS level squad, I would have no problem investing in them. Set we'll have 2 extras to find a home for. I mean, you can still move them around and use them on Empire teams and stuff like that. I mean, we're using one right now in we're using Eighth Brother and a team in GAC, you know, and then the other Inquisitors are just their own stuff. So if we have an extra one, yeah, you can do that.
I mean, second sister is a pilot.
Yeah,
With a fantastic ship.
Her ship
the
is so
fastest
good.
ship in the game. So she's not worth. She's worth it. And again, I'll keep reiterating this. The Inquisitors are not a bad squad.
No.
It's just they
Hey,
they
Keegan.
don't do everything everybody wants for the price tag, and that's the
No.
problem.
Yeah.
Is that Inquisitors were crafted in a world where relics were a thing, or R9 was a thing, and they didn't want them to overpower the meta. They wanted them to kind of do like Bad Batch, which was, settle into the meta. So, I mean, you can beat gas, you can beat CLS with it, you can do a couple other things. You just need to invest into the squad beyond, 5A mods and Relic 3. So I'll keep tooting that horn. I'm not by any means going to tell anybody to go farm them because what the value they bring into the game is pretty low right now for most accounts. But that'll change probably.
Oh, I got a notification to Patreon. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's not good. We lost the Patreon. Well, shit.
Maybe someone wanted to lose a Patreon so they could resubscribe.
I don't know, but
count as a new one.
Sad Ranger.
Was it mine?
No. Yours was last month, brother.
Yeah, that's fair.
Aw, well, all right. We're back to 16. Oh, well. Hey, listen, all I can do is just try to put the word out there and try to make it happen. I was like, hey, they got a notification. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, oh well, that sucks. Creamy. Ray Rex says, what's your take at the playoff games last night, Ranger? That it went as I expected. It was, two really incredible pitchers. I mean, Darvish was incredible. He just had two. Really, one wasn't even a mistake. Harper just hit that outside pitch like I couldn't believe it, and got a home run. The one old boy hit for almost 500 feet. That thing was just crushed. I mean, so he made two mistakes. He went 7 innings. The other guy went 7 innings. Yeah, they were just really good. So, yeah, the Yankees game, it was like boring. As soon as they got up, I'm like, okay, this is over. The Guardians aren't doing shit. So yeah, Schwarber, yeah, God, he killed that ball. When you see Bryce Hopper just his mouth open, going, "What the hell?" like, oh my God, he absolutely murderized that thing. Even when I saw it hit, I'm like, oh, that's a home run, but I didn't know how far it went until they showed. And I was like, holy shit, what a bomb! He actually murdered, but it was a close series. It's going to be a close series. I think this is going 7, and the Astros start tonight. So we'll see what happens. Astros got their boy Verlander. Their pitching's lined up, so we'll see what happens. I'm excited. I love this time of year. It's such a great time of the year because you've got the baseball playoffs going on, NBA just kicking off, hockey just kicking off, NFL's in full swing, college football's in full swing, Premier League's getting its shit going. It's just a great time to watch sports. It's all over the place, man. Really, really good. I enjoyed it immensely. All right, get your questions in, comments, anything you want. Just get them in there. Feel free. Do it. Easy aggressive feelings. All right, thanks, Clay. All right, we're back down to 15. Clayton, Clayton, give a Patreon for $5. That's all you need to do, brother. Clayton supports the channel in other ways. Well, Clayton doesn't have to do anything from this point forward. Clayton could just come hang out. I'd be happy.
It's true, but still.
Yes, thank you. So we're back down to 15. Yay. Went from sadness to happiness. Nightmare, what's going on, buddy? Says Ranger J, how's it swuggling, homie? Just chilling here listening to your show while I get my 5v5 server set up for my alliance. Very nice, my friend. Yeah, college basketball starts soon. NBA, I think, tipped off tonight or tomorrow, whatever. I don't remember. It's swuggling. We're swuggling. We're trying to live the dream there in their nightmare. We're getting there. We got JC tonight. We'll have all the news and stuff. So we're just chilling with you guys right now like we always do. Then I'll take a break, go get some errands done, get my workout in, and then once the baseball game starts, I think it starts at 3:30, I'll jump in Discord and watch that as I get I had to wait for Finn to do the thumbnail for tonight's stream, and then I just sit there and any VIP wants to come in, yeah. And if we get 15 more Patreons again, I will start doing the lore series again. You guys, some people liked it, so, and I've had people ask it back, but I just didn't have any incentive. This gives me a good incentive to do it. Especially if I can get the patrons involved, they can have some input on like what I do and which characters they want me to do a video on or lore video on. So, we'll do that for the VIPs and Patreons for those that are supporting the channel that way.
I'll be right back.
Go do your thing. So if you have any questions, stuff like that, feel that we're just chilling. It's a hump day, so we're just hanging out with you guys. There's not much going on in the SWGOH verse here in the actual game, so kind of just waiting for the next 5 minutes so I can get my goodies. And I'm just chilling with you guys, which is always fun. Okay, that's good. All right, good. Just checking some sound stuff. So yeah, whatever you guys on, questions, anything, feel free to pop them in. I said there's not much going on. There's no events today. I already did them. We already did mod depression. I'll look at the top of the hour to see if there's any more mod depression, but I can't make the game give me nice things. Interesting D&D question: do you ever let PCs die? Yes, we've actually had a PC. I don't go when I'm DMing. I don't try to do it, but I mean sometimes players will make a choice, and I like there to be consequences. Now, consequences as there'll be negative things that happen. I'm not going actively out of my way to try to kill a player character. However, if they're stupid and they do stupid things and it ends up that the dice rolls against them, I think it adds more depth to a campaign, right? So here and there I've had a PC die, and wasn't planning on to. I never plan on that. Darth Cliff says 2/5 of my party died last night. No stupidity involved. It does, and sometimes it happens too. You're just doing your event, and it's just the way. It's just randomness, right? They roll horribly. You have your monster. They roll, and it's just the way it goes. So, but it's never my intent. But it does happen, and when it does, I think it makes a more interesting campaign because. They can re-roll another character and it creates dynamic in the story and stuff like that. So I mean, but you never, you don't go out of your way. But when you're fighting a dragon, shit can happen. Facing somebody that's really badass, it can happen. Nightmare question: do you think Cassian's Omicron be a requirement for the new TB, possibly in the Tomb Reward for Reva? Seems like a very specific Omni one that all goes my car. Yeah, we got to get more information on that TB Nightmare before we can make a call on the TB Omicrons. I think they like you said, they seem like they will, but we don't have enough information to really make that call yet. So
yeah, the rumor mill has it that they're going to have specific factions required for missions, like they do with the I'm trying to think if there's a specific call out for like in Lightside TB where it's like in phase 3 where it's specifically Galactic Republic Jedi.
Yeah.
Which, takes like JMK Cat away from from each other in that phase. And so like the overpowerful team gets pulled apart intentionally. So if they do something like that where they do like rebels and you have to platoon like 30 CLSs that day, like the Rolo Ami is going to be very favorable. Same thing when it comes to the Jedi Ami. You might need Kyle's Ami to pick up the difference because you won't be able to use whatever else. And we might see an Omicron for like Phoenix Squadron come out. We might see a TB Omicron. We might get like Fourth Sister as a TB Ami. And then that's how we'll end up beating some of these things. So it's all speculation right now because we don't know what they're exactly going to do with that. But my guess is that you should be putting a few Omicrons aside leading into December and January. Don't go after every shiny thing. If it's not like Starkiller, Malgus, Ben, then hold off. Wait for You know, like there's only a few GAC armies that are like clutch worth it. Wampa, Savage now, like Zam, Qui-Gon. Those are all like universally like game changing armies. But like, you know, Dash's army, somewhat helpful, but not required. Talon's army is kind of the same way. There's a lot of them. Rose Tico's army, you know, if you guys ever wanted to go down that road, you can join my pitiful sad club. Um, but yeah, there's just I would hoard going into the next one because there's a reason why they're putting an emphasis on it. Cassian's though, it's gonna be hard because I can tell you right now, Nightmare, they're going to update his kit for when that new TB comes out. They will add that third iteration of what he will disguise as. Um, so the thing is though, Nightmare, I don't think the Ami on Omega is gonna be a waste in the new one because that Ami is powerful for Bad Batch in general. The fact that she's gonna just destroy stacks. I mean, I think her Ami, if you take the Bad Batch to Relic 8 and her to Relic 8, which is a big ass. Let's say Relic 7 because Relic 8 gets really into where you're spending a lot to get to it. She's gonna just destroy. Like you could probably auto every fight with Bad Batch in TB with that Omicron. So
Well, checking the mod store, it's all diarrhea, so no more mod depression. Sorry, guys, I looked. They said nah. Benny Lau, question: would a press be viable for lower tier account just placed with leftover Sith from Sea Farm?
if you can
Lower
get him
tier.
to low relics,
Yeah.
like we're talking like R3 minimum, then yeah, because he is damn near impossible. If you just make him thick and you want to put him on defense, like 3x health sets, all health primaries, get a couple of those.
I think we went at 2 offense, but the rest 2 health, 2 offense in the
Well, we
primary
did
here.
because we're using ours a little bit differently. But if you
Right.
just wanted to be a block wall, because if you're going to put it exclusively on defense, you just want it to be as thick as possible. Especially if you're not going to go high relics. I mean, that's more or less what I'm looking at too. If you're
No,
going
we
to
went.
be relic
Yeah, we went
0 to
offense
3,
on the cross and the arrow, and then we went health on the triangle
yeah,
and the circle. With health
yeah,
secondaries like this one's, we're not worried about speed. It's just like you see what we have here. So when I get these 60, he's going. This one even has this has health on the secondary on this one.
yeah.
The only one we couldn't quite get the right one on is the triangle, but the arrow's pretty good. It's got health percentage too, so he's going to be a beefy boy. But he's going to hit. He's going to have some good damage on him from these mods. So, but I have to 60 him. So there's just no
So
defense
I mean, which
about it.
yeah, that's its own thing. But I mean, the main thing Benny Lau is that it's just going to be he is damn near impossible to put down without an instant defeat
Yeah.
if you make him thick enough. He gains the heal over time. He's always healing back up. He's always just standing there staring at your opponent like they're an idiot. And yeah, so like I mean, he can solo CLS squads. Which
Question: we know Ben Swallow has 3 omnis, but how many does he really need? The one you can get away with is the what's it? The
Force dyad.
is it the Force Dyad?
Forced was the one you have equipped.
Yeah, that one you need. The what's the one where he hits under max health? The Redeemed, where he hits under max health. You can get away with that one, but I think the other 2 are kind of they're kind of
Obscured is just so good.
And I don't
Obscured,
have this one because you definitely want Force Dyad first. That just makes it that
yeah.
much more of a pain in the ass. But you just have those 2,
Realistically,
yeah. Redeemed.
realistically, Nightmare, if you want to use Ben exclusively for offense, then you just need Obscured. If you want to use him defensively, then Force Dyad makes a lot more sense because you're forcing your opponents to interact with the mechanics more. But I would say at the minimum, he just needs the 2. The redeemed Ami is completely like super niche use, super I mean, because they're already using Ray, Ben, and Holdo to 3-man JMK teams. So like you're clearly the hitting under protection's not going to be the make or break for fighting teams. But yeah, it's just going to be one of those things where there are that one you could probably get away with. I would say if you want to use them specialized one way or the other, you only need one. But I think overall just two. I don't think he needs all three.
Yeah, I agree. So there you go. And knowing's half the battle.
Oh.
Go handle your business. We ain't going
Yeah.
anywhere. Hidden under protection is going to be nuts. Yeah, but it depends on it's going to be situational, but it is nice. I mean, we're talking about mechanics like ones you need, and like you can get away with him not hitting under protection, right? It's nice. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have it, and I may just do it because I'd like it, but. Orders forced dyad obscured and then redeemed is like the last one I'm thinking about, because but yeah, it's a tough call. Question before, will Datbot carve Janet Son of Django be better in TB and TW than Grand Inquisitor? I don't know yet there, Ray Rock. We'll have to see. Hawthor says, question, facing a verified APK cheater this round, should I go heavy offense and try to win through efficiency since he'll one-shot whatever I put on defense? Yeah, you could. Hot take, none of these. The Omnis are needed now because Ray Dash is good enough to kill Lord Vader. Yeah, that's fine. I'm thinking long term though too, McKay, because I mean you could hold off. I mean, one thing that I did here is the reason I didn't put his other one on is because I knew we can get away with it. I'm just keeping him on defense for now with Dash and adding Ben Swallow in there. But I really wanted Savage as Omicron. This thing is really good, and they've changed him from where he was to where he is now. So for me, this was like I can go back and put that other one on here later for Ben Swallow, but I didn't want Force Diet because it does cause them to have that interaction, even with the dash on. I have it on defense, so I'm using that on defense, and I want to see how that's going to play because it's going to be annoying, especially with the dash Datacron with the team we've got down. But Savage, yeah, I really wanted that one too. So I was like, yeah, I can get away with not having those other two. Right, forced diet, sure, because that just makes it so much more annoying to have to deal with. But yeah, I'd go efficiency Hawthorne, and then just report them. That's all you can do, man. I report them all the time. I've reported a lot of cheaters, and a lot of them have been banned. But even I can't keep up with this shit. Yeah, I agree. We were just saying that Macias, Wampa, Zam, Qui-Gon, Malgus for sure, Starkiller Unique. Yeah, those the rest are luxuries, but yeah, there's some that you definitely want. Like Starkiller, the Force Throw is okay, or sorry, the AoE is okay because it does get rid of buffs, but it's not necessary. Neither is just Force Throw, and you really don't get the benefit until you're in Force Unleashed. But if you're in Force Unleashed, that means you drop the Death Star, which means. Well, they're double dead. So yeah, Zam, yes, of course, Zam. I love Wampa, and then yeah. So we'll slowly piece this together. But Datacrons, I mean, it don't matter, man. Datacrons are where it's at, baby. Omicrons are just, well, they're there. Datacrons neuter everything, so you can have all the modding and Datacrons you want, but. Or Omicrons you want, but Datacron's completely neuter everything that we work on. Sonum says, does Savage work with C and Sith trio? I'm considering taking a break from my executor journey and push him a little bit. I don't see why not. I mean, he is a Sith, right? He's under the Sith title, so he would have the synergies. Sorry, my brain's not working on all cylinders today. Let me make sure I'm not talking on my ace. Yeah. So yeah, that would be fine. No, I agree with you, Macias. Now I've been in a position to where, for the most part, I've been able to put on the luxury Zetas. I just got caught here where I just haven't been getting Omicrons. I just haven't been getting any Omicrons. I've had none, and I farmed the crap out of Cantina battles here. I've had literally none drop in Cantina. The only where I've gotten them is through the Galactic Challenges and Conquests, but that's slow going. So I have, and I'm not whaling because I can't afford to for Omicrons. I wish I could, but yeah, it's silly right now. The engineer choose this question: Hut Cartel viable on defense without Jabba and so Bubba lead? I don't know. Somebody that would wait till Clayton to get back on that. Yeah, Savage is nasty undersea. Yeah, the price of for the Omicron pack, and I don't think there's in there one right now to show it. They're pretty ridiculous. Even if I had the money, I don't know if I'd want to spend that kind of money on a pack like that. It's crazy. Nightmare, I'm also partial Dash Omni for GAC. It's a great value versus Gmail. Yeah, Dash Datacron's really good. Omnicron's pretty good. I keep saying crons. They're getting my crons mixed up. But yeah, Omicrons are just... What's the point, man, with Datacrons out? They only come into effect if there's not a Datacron effect in the overall team that you're using. It's just silliness, dude. Because you're like, oh, that's got that Omicron. But never mind that shit. We got a giant Datacron staring us in the face. That's more important. So frustrating. All right, get your questions and good stuff coming in from you guys. Appreciate it. I'm checking the forum, see if there's anything in there. Nothing yet. We had the announcement of the characters, which we'll go over, but doobie-doobie-doo. Nothing yet. They're probably coming like, I don't know, mid-afternoon my time. Usually when the stuff's been hitting. Because we know we got the droids marquee coming, so that'll be something, and then we'll see if there's any news. I just want Skiffy Lando bit, folks. Well, I think Vader was great before the Nightmare. It just made him stupid. Datacrons have made GL stupid. Vader was great before then. Vader on offense is without a Datacron, it's just like, if you're talking about Darth Vader, yeah, Darth Vader, sure, but Lord Vader, someone says, they made Lord Vader good. Lord Vader's always been good. He's especially on offense. Lord Vader wrecks, man. I mean, he wrecks on offense. But Darth Vader, yeah, I gave him a little bit more of a power up, but it's like, what's going on, Arnelli? What's going on, Big Daddy? Glad to have you here. Darth Vader, rise. Henceforth shall be known as Darth Vader. Raise. All right. So we're chilling. Oh, I need to do this. Let's go do our obligatory. Here, we'll put this on auto. Oh, look, it's the Vadercron. Oh, we. The Lord Vader requirements are looking pretty good. Nice, Sona. Keep it going, buddy. Since full loops are okay, now give me a full. You're not wrong. You are not wrong, my friend. We don't like loops. Have some loops. Well, I thought you said you didn't like loops. Change your mind. Oh, that's too funny. Loops are bad for the game. We don't want loops. Well, what about all these? All right, we'll have some loops. That's so funny. All right, he's an ultimate. This is where it ends. This is where the magic happens. Nightmare questions. What is better second for Lord Vader's Datacron? Dodge or deflection? Both are really good, man. They're both annoying, dude. If you can get any of those, they're both good, man. Trust me. I mean, I've got some deflection and dodge on this Datacron, a little bit of both, and You can see with it's just. I have it on auto, and it's just wrecking this team. Look at that. Look at this nonsense. We don't like their loops. They're ours. There are many loops, but this one's are ours.
We only like terminator loops when you pay for them.
That's right. See, that's the difference. Okay, think about the reality that exists right now, where you can take literally one character versus five, including most of the powerful GL, GMK, Conquest, Cat, and stuff, and win 1v5. Yeah, they don't seem to care. They've got the loop. They're not fixing it. So, yeah, Vader with revive and cooldown reduce is bonkers. I have the cooldown one, but I don't have the Darth Vader with the revive. We've tried to get it, but well, we rerolled.
Yeah, the
and it
revive
didn't
allows
work.
you to basically take Darth Vader into solo almost every GL in the game.
Basically, because we tried. We really tried. I tried to reroll.
You can't beat
sucker.
JMK Lord Vader with it, but you can beat every other GL, unless they have mechanics that prevent revives.
Yeah. So, and I just can't change it. So I've got he does 300% health, but I mean it is what it is.
Well, so that is kind of fun for yours. Is that wouldn't be a bad cron to throw under like Darth Vader, but it only work for you offensively.
Yeah.
Because
So
you need
it's
to control which teams you're going in against, having Lord Vader and Darth Vader on the same team, because the dots do a ton more damage. But again, if you're not controlling who it fights, then you're just missing out on the Lord Vader cron stuff, which is bananas.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get it, and so like when I get some stuff, I'll try to reroll it again. But I mean,
just wait till set 5 comes around, man. Like
Pretty
set
much,
5 is going to be in here in less than 2 weeks. At least they'll announce it in less than 2 weeks. So, let's see.
Engineer question. Yesterday, you recommended going for SLKR because he can take out Jabba. Zerd does not agree. He lost with SLKR against Jabba without Datacron. Now I have to rethink my life. I didn't see the match, but I mean,
it's the thermals. There are so many interactions with the thermals on that kit that just you lose your team too fast, and SLKR can't ramp hard enough.
Yeah, you have to have a WAD in there to.
Yeah, it's not a full first order team.
It's not full first order, but I mean, you're not going in there with C without WAD anyway. Whatever dark side tune you take out besides Lord Vader. Lord Vader smashes Jabba, but C and SLK both need WAT because you have to get those debuffs off them and let them do their thing.
Yeah, you need to keep the shock from Chrysanthemum's basic off of you. C is a decent setup for a 2-tap.
Yeah.
Because you can link everyone out, but I mean it's gonna destroy your team. I mean you're gonna walk away with C at the end of it unless you have like armor in there for the counter. Well, and Jabba hardly ever actually attacks you. He'll get one ability that attacks. So it's not C Watt at the end is kind of like the old Bastila JML.
Yeah.
When you use C to counter it, you had to really like take forever getting your stupid alt up so that you could double your mastery as much as possible to actually deal a ton of damage to a GL, because Jabba is a thick boy.
Yeah. Ray Rock, I have 68% dodge, 100% armor penetration, cash con. I have been slotting everyone on the GLK team after Cat's initial one shot in Squad Arena. Sounds about right. Datacrons. Dark side, I cannot get the Darth Vader cron for the life of me. I've burned so many crystals on rerolls. Yeah. Getting it to land, first of all, just getting a Vader one to hit is hard, and then getting the revive one is almost impossible.
Yeah. Well, and the worst part of it too is that in 2 weeks there'll be crons that are gonna just straight up either counter this or make other teams just equally as annoying.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I can. I could wait indefinitely. I could wait.
Yeah.
I could wait for 10 years for set 5 to show
up. If they got rid of Datacrons, I'd be a happy man.
As long as set 4 expires at the end of the year, I will be okay with waiting a decade for set 5.
Do you like they put the tier 9 reroll mats behind a TW wall? Yes and no. Yes, because there's a place to get them. No, but it's only for certain tiers that you can get them. And the issue is not the one piece, because the tier 8 and tier 9 pieces I've got plenty of. droid brain, stuff like that. It's the other pieces that are just almost impossible to get to. Either you have to salvage gear or you have to get them either through conquest. I'll pull up one right now, but it's like,
You just talking specifically about the reroll mats.
well, yeah. Oh,
being locked in
the
TW.
reroll mats. I thought it was talking about the actual.
No, not the upgrade. The rerolls.
The rerolls. Oh yeah. That's just silly. They're just trying to make you spend money, man.
The only reason I would be happy with it is if they didn't sell the stupid pack.
Yeah, then it's intentional.
If they didn't sell the 1,000 crystal pack to get RNG drop on reroll mats, then I would be okay with it being locked behind TW because then we're all at the same stroke. Now I kind of wish that they would be a little less different between the GP locks. I don't mind the win-loss being different, but the amount you lose dropping from 380 to 360 is kind of stupid.
It really is. Matthias, do you guys like the increased variables rotating Datacrons bring, or do you prefer less fluctuation? Do you have the same answer for TW and GAC? Yes, I think Datacrons are garbage. The fluctuation that we liked was Omicrons. I thought Omicrons, when they came in, and I'm still a big fan of Omicrons, brought a certain degree of change to bringing up certain teams and changed the dynamics of GAC and TW in a very positive way that I really liked. Datacrons nuked that. I mean, Datacrons nuked the hell of it. I mean, in case you're in a top guild, you face that Lord Vader wall, man. It's just, it sucks. Both guilds at our level face it, and it just sucks to try to get through. Because even if you have the stuff, and we do, you still lose and have to deal with that shit. I can't stand it, man. It's so stupid. I'm not a fan of Datacrons. I hate them. I think they need to go away. It is nothing but a cash grab. It came from somebody that does not understand this game at a fundamental level, at a higher level of how, things will affect, It would be different if we didn't have the rewards either for TW and GAC, but when you're affecting people's crystals and the rewards that come out of TW being what they are, and then saying if you don't spend or get the right RNG and you don't take your characters to Relic 5 and 7 so you can use this shit, I can't stand it. I literally can't. And they're so broken and OP. It's just, it's infuriating. It's not skill. It's not where we can go in and try to figure stuff out. Even with Omicrons, it's like, all right, I got to plan for this. If I didn't plan for this, what do I use? I thought the Omicrons did a great job at that. But Datacrons just came in and just completely shit on everything. They're just such a bad idea. I mean, in my opinion, they are. I mean, me and Clayton both can't stand the damn things. I just find them just gross, and it's nothing but a cash grab.
I would be happy with them gone.
I would be too.
I do like parts of it. Don't get me wrong. I just think the implementation of them was less than ideal, and I think the way they keep. It's one thing when they introduce a mechanic that you can work around, but I think that the biggest reason, the reason why set 4 has really just brought this to a head in a seething rage kind of approach, is that no one likes dodge and deflection. That is a mechanic that we don't really care for. When it's small, it's workaroundable. When it's constant, it sucks. So I think that's a big part of why this set is just pissing everyone the hell off. And the other thing is the cooldown loops. There are too many teams that can take advantage of that, and it's causing problems. When Vader gets to Merciless Massacre and he can just go until your team dies, you're fighting a clock. And depending on the team that he's in, you can't always just get rid of him square one. When EP Mara can just sit there for a year and a half throwing the same grenade, or you can watch EP Tarkin just wave his hand at you until you time out. Like, those are part of mechanics that people don't like. And it's fun to use. It sucks to get caught against. And I think that's a lot of the reason why set 4 is just awful. The other sets have all had their highlights. They really just need to ramp down some of these stats to a max you can get on Datacron, and that would make it more tolerable. But I mean, again, I would be happiest with their removal. But I don't see them.
No, they're doubling down. They think they know better. And that ego of theirs is going to drive this game right into the goddamn toilet. I mean, I'm just going to throw it out there. Datacrons are bleeding this game to death, man. I've seen the numbers, and I've seen, You know, everyone says the game's, this game's dying and stuff. And 99% of the time, I would always be like, nah, you're just, okay, you're being a little hyperbolic. Yeah, we lost some people, but there's some new people coming up. The numbers don't lie. I mean, the amount of people playing GAC, the amount of players they're losing, the amount of players seeming, because every time a set comes out, it just pushes more and more people away. Not that we're not excited. I'm excited for the new TB. I'm excited for the characters. I think they're doing a pretty damn good job for the most part on the characters. I get excited for that stuff. I love the stuff they did for mod changes. I cannot ignore how much of an impact Datacrons are, and it is completely bleeding this game dry. You asked about TW. Officers, man, they lose their minds, dude. You both sides. You have to figure out, you know, everyone's got, we've like me and Clayton have counters for Lord Vader, but they're not guaranteed. You know, there's just no guarantee that I'm going to get the shot on Vader. I can't, it is so RNG dependent because of the deflection and the dodge, even with my Fennec and everything. And I even put Axia on her, and I'm still getting those dodge and deflections at the worst times. It's like, good God. It's killing officers. It's killing guilds. It's killing this game. Players are leaving in droves. So, and it's a slow trickle. The game's bleeding. It's sinking. It needs to do something drastically, or it's just going. I don't care what other new characters, Legacy, Legend, GL, whatever they introduce, is not going to compensate for the fact that players are not even interested in those characters because they have to sit and dick around with Datacrons with they're intentionally milking on, and I can't stand it. It's just really infuriating. Question from Engineer: Top 3 of characters to take to Relic 9 without requirements to account like Admiral Radis. Oh, JML is number 1 on that list. I've never seen it this high. Even in Mall MC, man, I've seen just players dropping left and right that longtime players and even some mid-tier new players are going, okay, I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore.
I really think the people they're talking to about this game or about Datacrons are players who engage with them because there's little to no consequences for the engagement factor. When you're 6 million or less GP and you can get a Datacron or 2 that your account can, that's the difference. When you're talking about an account that can only engage with Datacrons on a specific level, they don't care. Like, if you don't have Empire built out on your 6 million GP account right now, why would you give a shit what this Datacron's doing? But that's when they, overall, how is your experience with Datacrons going? And they're like, oh, well, it's not bad. So, it's okay. It's okay. The thing is, though, is that when accounts get to the point where they're dealing with it frequently and there's a giant push behind them to be forced to engage in a mechanic they don't really want to, because it requires more time, more farming, more money to do all of that, then they have a lot more negative taste in it. And for a lot of players too, it's like, there's a degree of FOMO when a new thing comes out, because once you find the new OP thing, everyone's just mad dog running for it because you gotta have it to be annoying, and so there's a lot of FOMO that comes with that. And it provides an overall toxic environment for the players that cannot get what they need to survive. I mean, players that cannot get a Lord Vader Cron with the cooldown reduction and any of his level, or, well, now that they fixed it, his mastery Cron, well, sucks to be you. Your Lord Vader's not going to be nearly as good. It'll be beaten by Fennec still, so you're going to lose that, counter. Same thing with the Darth Vader with the revive. It's like, well, you can't just go beat Rey now because you can't just solo it. I mean, that's half the reason why people are putting Dash and Rey together, is to stop the Darth Vader solos. So there's just so many things where it's like they've created an environment with, especially with set 4, where those who don't fall behind and those who do succeed, where the other ones, there were still ways around it. The Rey Cron just meant you had to take JMK to offense. The JMK Cron just meant that you needed to use a different GL, or you might have to multi-tap. But I mean, it was still doable, but now it's just, there's not a snowball's chance in hell. I mean, the things that beat Lord Vader is on a short list, unless you have a very, very flushed out roster that has a lot of good speed mods and things like that. Because, everyone's like, well, there's multiple teams that can beat it. I'm like, yeah, if you can take 8 characters on a single squad to, with 180 speed sets, then sure, you got multiple teams that can beat it. But not everybody's roster is going to be able to account for that. And that's what becomes the problem. I think that, you get players that are in a position where they can beat it without a Datacron. Therefore, their position changes on how they feel about it. Oh, well, I can do it, so why does it matter now? Well, you can. The 12 people behind you can't, and that's why they're upset about it. But again, this is the other problem, too, about the game we play is that we're in an echo chamber. We are the small vocal minority of this game of the overall players who play. So we can all have the same opinion, but if 30% of us absolutely hate Datacrons and 70% of us are in the I don't give a shit to they're all right camp, then it's not going to change. They're going to keep it in there and keep making money off of us. So
Yeah. I agree with you, MKS. Other than JML and Admirad, yeah, you can get away with not having Relic 9 on anybody. Save it. And for requirements.
I can't think of a single tank it would be quote unquote
Necessary.
worth
Yeah.
it. The only thing I could tell you beyond like GLs being R9,
which they do benefit, so they're good. And
yeah,
in capital ship, I agree with
capital
MK.
ships. After that, it's all just
gravy,
personal preference. It's like tanks are the level 3 priority in that lineup because of how some of them get, especially tanks like Ninth Sister or Kenobi, who are usually on teams that add massive amounts of health or protection to them. So it's like when you have 130k max health Ninth Sister at Relic 9, who then gains just another 200% max health, she becomes very hard to put down.
Game update in 45 minutes, says Tom Blow.
That will be for the marquees. Yay. Which will go live tomorrow. Yay.
Nightmare says it's not only the Datacrons, though, it's also Conquest. People generally dislike Conquest. I can't just stand Conquest. But CG is forcing players to do Conquest repetitively just to get the Datacron stuff. Never mind the tunes rewarded by Conquest like Malgus and Swallow. Yeah, and it's the bugs and just everything going on right now. I do have Malgus at Relic 9. He's a little different, though. That's when I did mind a Relic 9. Yeah, he's a tank, but he's also that... But you don't have to have him Relic 9. He's really good at Relic 8. He is nice at Relic 9, I ain't gonna lie. But you don't have to have him there. Relic 8 works just fine on Malgus. So yeah, it's just all this stuff, and it's frustrating. But as I said, we'll put our head down and see where this goes. We're gonna grind it out and stick with it as long as we can. But I mean, if it's gonna get worse and worse and worse, I mean, eventually, people get frustrated, they get tired of it. Like, why am I beating my head against the wall? And just go do something else. It doesn't require me. Well, Hawthorne, you say that. He says, "Ooh, Skiff Lando should go farmable today. We hope. I'm going to stick around till then just to see if that's the case." It's not that it's bad. There's a couple cool things I do like about Conquest. It's the repetitive nature. It's just doing the same shit over and over again. And I get frustrated for players that are in hard node that they do these specific things like with Inquisitors, or you have to have both SLKR and Ray. I'm like, come on, folks, man. Seriously, you can't be doing this shit to players, man. I mean, you don't even allow them to do the content when you do some shit like that. Spend money so you can do the content. And if you want the stuff that comes out of Conquest, you pay us. It's like, God damn. It's bad enough we have to grind through it. We have to do with Conquest, and they do shit like that. It's like, Jesus. It's just, I can't stand Conquest either. TB is TB. I just kind of go through it, So GW is TW and JC is JC. I just do this shit to do it. Right now, my only thing is like, I'm just going to collect this stuff. Hopefully there's brighter days in the future. And then with my collection, I can go have some fun. Because it's not fun at the moment.
Yeah, like I don't hate Conquest. But at the reason why I don't hate Conquest is because it's one of the few game modes I enjoy right now. Because it's just... I don't like the PvP side of the game being so unpredictable, and it's not like I can't learn it. I'm just in a point right now in my life where I don't want to spend 20 hours poring over the new mechanics and how they interact with the kits for the faction they're listed with, and going through all that stuff. It just gets to a point where I don't want to deal with that. And I think that's the problem, is that when they do these things, is people find way to abuse the mechanics, because we always do. And then it just becomes a suffrage, because if you don't get them, then you're gonna have a rough time. I mean, like, if you don't have a Lord Vader Kron with a cooldown reduction and a level 9 Lord Vader anything, your Lord Vader team is not holding on defense. It's falling to Fennec every day of the week. So it's like, at what point do you enjoy playing parts of the game that you can't keep up with? And so I just get to the point where I'm, it is what it is. But yeah, the engineer, Malgus at R9, again, he's a tank category. He's not what I would call top of the list, but because, again, of how much stats he gains, like something with Night Sister, it does become an issue of they are good, but necessary as a different can of worms. I mean, below R9, is he more susceptible to the teams like Gas? Yeah, probably. But is he still going to be strong at that level with all of his Omicrons? Yeah, he'll be fine at R7. You don't need to stress about getting to R9.
Nightmare question: does Grand Inquisitor event come back before or after the release of the new RB? It's been 118 days since the first event, June 23rd. I don't know what they're doing with Grand Inquisitor. Oh, you meant TV.
He should be back, I think, at the same time when when they make the announcement for the next Conquest character. If it is in fact the Inquisitor shuttle, he'll come back at the beginning of that, and then again at the end.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what they're pushing out for, is they want, because there actually are quite a few players who are ready right now. I know a lot of accounts that are R5 waiting for the event to come back. So my guess, they're going to what they're doing is pushing out the first recurrence, not for any special reason, but just so that when the second recurrence comes around, it lines up to when the conquest ends. So yeah, that's my guess too. And they're probably trying to push it out for the TV as well. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, if they try to line up the new TV.
Engineer question: at this time, Conquest is the most important game mode, especially with Battle Pass. You get lift a character in DC and Mats. If you don't do Conquest, you fall behind. Hell yeah, you fall behind. Go ask all those people that couldn't do Conquest in the beginning. They're still struggling to get Ray and shit. How that feels, you know what I'm saying? So it's a necessary evil. You have to do it. Like, you don't have a choice, you know. So. Hey. It is what it is.
Yeah, Conquest is hands down the most important game mode. The only thing I wish they would get rid of is just quit doubling down on, like, the 40 battle feats. Don't make any characters from that squad. So, like, let's say you have, in this next one, you have to win 40 battles with Rebels. And of course, the ideal team is going to be like, Momo Rebel Fighters, CLS Rebel Squad, and Rogue One. Don't give me another feat where it's like win with Cassian and Commander Luke on the same team. If you're gonna, let's be more specific. If they're gonna separate it by factions, like, let's say you do 20 Rogue One, 20 Rebel Fighter, and 20 regular Rebel fights, and then they start forcing you to max the teams together so the tags won't line up. Like, quit doing shit like that. Don't give us the one, do 20 battles with any combination of Rey and Kylo on the same team. Do 20 battles with Vet Han and Kylo on the same team. Do 20 battles with this version of Rey and this version of other character on the same team. It just is a stupid mechanic. It's part of the game where they are trying to force you into a stamina crunch, but it doesn't do anything useful. Just quit if you want to overlap on dumb things, overlap between sector and global feats. Don't sit there and try to have all these things in the sector stuff. I mean, if you want to do more fights for it, it's fine, because in all honesty, it's 40 battles. Okay, that's five battles, five
5
battles a
battles a
day for
day.
8 day for
Yeah.
8 days. It's a 14-day event. If you have the team, it's completely doable.
Yeah.
But then they turn around and they make you pull the team to the other squads, other places. So you have to start short manning your optimal like first order team, which you don't have as well developed, so that Kylos can go somewhere else or that Rays can go somewhere else. So it's like you don't even have enough Rays and Kylos to make a separate squad that doesn't take the GL from one or the other. So like things like that, like I would be okay with the Kylo Ren unmasked and Vet Han feat
Sure.
if they didn't have the 5 Kylo Ren feat,
Yeah.
5 Kylos or Ray feats, because
Combination.
you're already pulling one away. So now you're pulling all of them away. It's just like kick rocks, guys. Come on. And then the Force Dyad feat, which is dumb, but it's doable. Have an iterate. Have a Kylo and a Rey on the same team to then summon Ben, and then I mean it's a fun mechanic to use Ben, but still, it's kind of a dumb
Yeah, so
mechanic as well.
my problem with Conquest is that for me it doesn't, like, for me and Karth, like Micaiah, some of the people, we got the accounts to do the Conquest. I just find it boring, repetitive nonsense. But my concern is for those players that are just getting into hard node, or those mid-tier accounts that don't have all the pieces. A lot of players that came into this had SLKR, but they didn't have Ray or the Inquisitor, so they can only go so far. They want to participate, they want to do it, but the way the feats and stuff are set up, it's like it's really difficult. And I'm just like, the difficulty, when you make Conquest difficult as hell, because some of those teams in Sector 4 and 5 are gross with the over-prepared that they've got and things. So it's bad enough just to get through it with the teams that you have. But then to get those feats, and their sector feats on top of the global feats that are put in there, it's like, well, I'm fine, but what about all these other folks down here that are trying to keep up with this stuff? They're trying to progress. They're trying to get this stuff. They want to participate. But when you do it, like Clayton says, with these overlapping feats and stuff, and then these other stuff is like, it's just, the previous conquest, when we had the the interceptor, right, the second sister ship, that was a really good conquest, really well balanced. I like the feats. They tied in with the conquest, stuff. But it seems like when they have characters, they do stupid stuff like this. When it's like a ship or something that they don't think is as important, the conquest is fine. I don't have any problem with it. But this one, I'm just like scratching my head, like, I'm fine, I'll do it, I'll get my shit. But good Lord in heaven, man, you got people in hard know that have 3 or 4 GLs, and Ray ain't one of them. Because it's just the way that we're kind of
Right.
progressing
When
through
the,
the
when
game.
the when the threshold is 4 million GP, but you realistically need 8 million to max it, it's kind of like you either need to raise the threshold or you need to lower the difficulty, or you need to create a new conquest mode that allows us to get the conquest character in 2 months, and the people with 10 million GP or whatever can just go get their ass handed to them for 2 months, but have the character a month early.
Well,
They need to separate this a little bit, because it's just you just spend up all your time punishing players because they don't have everything available to them.
yeah,
And I think that's a dumb mechanic to rely on.
the other thing too is, like, they can't even get it after 6 months, right, Micaiah? So they're struggling to try to get some of these pieces. They're still catching up on some of the other stuff. Yeah, the gear is there, but I mean, some of these pieces are essential. And if they can't get it, like if they couldn't even do it, they have to go do proving grounds. And proving grounds is just a stupid concept. It's like
Why is it
these.
so hard?
It's
Like,
like,
why?
why the character's over a year old, everything else gets double drops and on a node and all this crap. Why? So you can have players spend that are at that level 6,000 crystals. Jesus Christ, what are you thinking, man? That is a horrible choice. That is so bad. I hate proving grounds for players that are mid tier and stuff. They can go get GNK. I've seen it. They have GNK, but they're still struggling to get Cat, because even with the 3 attempts and saving up the crystals, it's so bad, man. So
The worst part with Kat, though, is the fact that they pulled her out of everything
you still get
to
Maul.
move her to proving grounds, and have yet to move anybody else. Razor Crest is still in the ship fleet and the daily shipment store. Maul is still inside the conquest store for crystals. Cyan and Django still inside the Conquest Corps for crystals. And Cyan and Django is supposed to go in soon. He's supposed to go into Proving Grounds, I think, on the next rotation. So I think November's Proving Grounds will have Cyan and Django, and these characters are still farmable for crystals, and yet the cat's nowhere to be found. I know I can't tell you how many people have come onto your stream, Ranger, and been like, man, I'm 5 shards away, but now I gotta wait for a month to go get cat because I gotta wait for the next Proving Grounds. And I think that's just an asinine system to have. The cat they put as this high priority linchpin character, and they're just doing everything they can to trip up low accounts from getting access to it. So, some of these things I don't understand why they moderate them as hard as they do. I would love to see the rationale behind it. I would love to see the rationale behind a lot of their things. And it's, like we've talked about before, CJ's got a company that got to make money. We are all on board for that because it's how this game stays afloat. But some things I don't understand why they punish the player base to such an extreme standard. Why is a character who's over a year old locked away behind a one time a month event that you may not even have the ability to compete in because you don't have CLS or a GL or something that can beat it. I know a lot of players who their first thing they wanted to get was JMK. 4 million in GP. They wanted to go get JMK, and they had to figure out how to get Watt shards and everything else. And then Cat's just like, they get JMK and they're getting crushed, but you gotta go get Cat. Well, how do I go get Cat? Well, you're gonna need to go suffer in Proving Grounds. So I don't know. It's one of those things where it just really frustrates the bejesus out of me.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's getting us. Yeah, if she was farmable for get 2, I would be okay with that. As long as she was farmable, like players had some way to go. Because a lot of us, you don't want to get away from the get that you need for gear. But I mean, I've done it, and at least that's something. You know what I'm saying? She's not on a node. She's not anywhere. But yeah, but I mean, just scratch your head at some of this stuff. I don't mind, the difficulty of Conquest. It is what it is. But just some of the feats and some of the stuff they do there, it's like the way they handle characters and that. It's like, come on, man, we can be better than this. Seriously, Again, I don't have a problem. Most of my guild, getting red crate's not a problem. I mean, once you finish it out. Well, you're punishing, but a lot of players are not because they're trying to avoid it. They just can't literally beat it. I mean, we do Ross reads all the time. They're 4 million, 5 million, or 5 million, 6 million. They're just getting into hard node. They're doing their best and doing the best they can with the account that they have. But they just get further and further behind with these Conquest characters. I mean, other than Scion of Django, all the stuff for Conquest is really bloody good. So yeah. But if she was in Get, yeah, Michaelis, I would be totally fine with that.
If she was Get 1, yes.
Yeah, I had no problem with that.
Get 2, for a lot of mid-range accounts, especially accounts in the 4 million, it would be too punishing because they're going to take away from your Negotiator Malevolence farms. And the fact that your old TB characters are also only farmed through them as well, unless your guild is still going back and doing the Hoths. That's I mean, there's just things that I don't understand about why they do things the way they do. So at a certain point, the logic has to come through that the most expensive thing in this game right now is gearing and relicking characters.
Yes.
If the influx is too high of new characters, you will run out of gear, and if you want to keep up, you will either have to spend or you will have to just wait. Those are your two options.
Right.
A lot of players do not wail on new characters because we don't even know how good they are. So a lot, they're not making hand over fist on pumping out marquees. But I think if you're going to release critical characters, like Conquest characters are profoundly strong inside of the environment. Once they're after a year, we've had how many times has Razor Crest been out as a additional drop.
Hmm.
3 or 4 times now since Executor was released. We've yet to see anything like that for Cat. Like if they want to do these mechanics to increase players who are getting that kind of stuff, then do it for more than one thing. Do it for Maul, do it for Cat. Do it in a rotation. One month you get Razor Crest, next month you get Cat, next month you get, and then just keep cycling through until you have to start adding 2 per month for the next rotation. But I mean, at a certain point, you need to help players get stuff because there are certain characters that if people can get access to, they're more willing to spend to get
On
the
gear.
rest of the team up because that it's critical. Like, it's like players who won't invest anything because of a GL's requirements. So everything goes into a GL. They farm the GL and they want to get the GL up and running and then go from there. And so when a GL's final team requires characters outside of their requirements, they automatically farm those characters and spend on those characters to get them brought up as well. I mean, JMK is a good case in point for that because Cat isn't a requirement, but yet she's the linchpin for the team. So Katana's not a requirement, but she's a incredibly valuable character for the team. Padme's not a requirement, but she's an incredibly valuable character for the team. And so the only thing that's really required for the optimal JMK team is, of course, General Kenobi. And so it's but players spend on that. I can't tell you how many people brought their their characters to R7, R8 to get the most out of JMK and whatever else. And so I just feel like there's certain characters where I don't understand why they hold back on. If you want to tell me a legendary character needs to be held back on, that's fine. Because they have requirements to get them in the first place. But characters that are now exclusively just disappear off the face of the earth, it's very hard to rational that to me. I don't understand.
Yeah, and I want more players to feel like they can catch up. I mean, and feel somewhat like competitive and get to the end game because they want to see the end stuff and be a part of that stuff. And shards are just not the way to do it. We're always going to be locked behind gear and relics. So, and that's where you're going to make your money. But I just think allowing more shards to get these things done faster for players increases their positivity to want to spend on these characters. They can if they farm correctly and stuff. I mean, it depends on where they're at. I mean, there are people that will spend Mikaeus, but I mean, if they're cock blocked behind certain things and they can't get certain things, what's their incentive? I've seen some crazy accounts that have just started in a year, like 6 million. Like, you spent some money there, I see. Yeah, it's
Well,
nice.
look at accounts from KS that are 2 million GP with JML and tell me you can't catch up. JML is the hands down the hardest GL to get in the game. But if you want to throw $10,000 at the game to make it happen, you can make it happen. Now, granted, I'd rather just buy an account that already has it, but some people
Yeah.
want it to be theirs. That's their prerogative. So I think at a certain point you can catch up between what you can buy for gear, what you can buy for shards. I mean, almost every old legendary character you can just wail on
Yeah, a lot
packs
of the
until you
characters
get
are
to
double
them.
drops. I mean, so you can get the characters up, and if you're going to spend on gear, you can get pretty decently up there. Just have to be smart about it with mods. I mean, we've seen it before. I mean, players are catching up that want to, but I just some of the stuff I just shake my head at, or at least let them feel like that they're making progress and getting close and close. Eventually, they
Well,
will catch up. But I mean, I don't mean
it's
like they catch
it's
up in like 3 months, but after a year or two, they're like,
letting
okay,
letting players get a hold of meta characters though is a great way for players to feel like they can participate.
yeah. Well, it's just like
Yeah, I
TB, maybe not GAC, but I mean GAC is a separate thing. But like TB and raids and this stuff coming up where they can feel like I can't contribute everything, but I can contribute this team and I can help this with my guild. You know?
yeah. Well, it's just like, Jesus Christ. It's like if you allow players to have Cat and they don't even have JMK, Padme becomes a much more viable team with Cat.
Yeah.
Maul Mandalorians is a very fun team to have no matter where the hell you are in the game. There's all these little niche teams from Conquest characters. I mean, heck, even Boba Fett, Son of Django with Fennec is still a fun bounty hunter team because it does just run around clapping cheeks. But in the end game meta, not nearly as viable. in the early game meta, it's a lot more fun. And that's why I don't get, why do they want to hide these characters? Because they open up doors to players wanting to invest further into those factions. And that's all it takes. Just get players more interested in investing into those factions. Like it just it doesn't make sense. It's shit, man. It's literally the marketing strategy of the convenience stores back in the fucking 30s and 40s. You know why the cigarette display was by the frickin' door? So that kids would steal them. Why? Because they wanted kids to steal them. Because once they steal them, they'd come back and buy them. Because once they're addicted to the product, they'll come back. I'm like, yeah, it's a terrible way to think about it, but at the same time, that's what you get people to do. You give them something to get them interested and keep coming back. And I don't understand why they don't want to give them anything good. It's like, I couldn't be asked to be excited about farming Savage right now if my account was under 2 million GP. I have to go farm the Omicron, which that would be so freaking hard at that account.
Omicron's a down thing right now.
So, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like if you gave players, especially in the mid to lower range, some of the more interesting pieces of the pie to work with on their accounts, they would be far more engaged and more interested in improving and more likely to spend on those accounts. And otherwise, I just don't see why you'd gate it so hard,
Yeah.
But anyways, I got to run into work, so
yeah, I'm about to start wrapping it up here. I'm just going to go to get this update. I just want to see if we're going to get Skiffy Lander or not. And then Macias can hold me.
Because you want to cry or you want to down your entire bottle of bourbon before the stream starts?
Probably all that.
If Skiffy Lander isn't farmable, guys, Ranger's going to be just wasted on stream tonight. So it'll be good entertainment value.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that, when I say catch up, to feel like, they can get to a certain level where they feel like they're participating in the case. I don't mean like they're going to have a 10 million account right away, but just, the block in this game should not be character shards. We're past those days. It's going to always be gear. It's going to be relic levels. That goes without saying. So, and I think that's where they will always make their money off this stuff. It's going to be for those players that will want to spend on those gear and pieces and stuff, but man, I just scratch my head at some of this stuff. I just really do. Because when I'm doing new accounts, it's like one of the first things I always say, and it makes sense. You go for, ideally, we always say go. Yeah, I would love to see that. I don't have that information, Macias, but I mean, like, not many people had Jabba here recently when he first came out, so that kind of tells me not a lot of people went after the marquee, so. Yeah, but then again, what was the point? There was no incentive for Jabba. I mean, he's going to be in our current TVs and then the new one coming up. But if you're going to give people time, they're going to like, okay, great, wonderful. But like, we always say go for, if your first GL should be either SLKRC. There's really no blocks there. You can get to Executor. First Order is just First Order, and SLK is such a good GL. Because you look at some of the other ones, like I've heard people say, I want to go for JMK. Well, you've got all these characters you've got to get, and some are blocked. It's not the best choice. Same thing with JML. There's some characters there you got to go get first before you can even go there. And then you need Jedi Luke, but to get Jedi Luke, you need Wampa and Yoda, so maybe not the best play. So why don't you go get these characters where you can get them and, rock and roll. So there's method to the madness. They should let us pick what conquest we want to get in each conquest. I think that's actually not a bad idea. You just have a store. You do conquests. You go for whatever you can afford to get and go get that and focus on that. But, No, I know, engineer. I just, everyone's saying stuff in chat. I read everything. I just can't comment on everything. I do the best I can, especially when we're having a good discussion like this. Everyone makes really interesting points. And I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just giving you my opinion on it, and people disagree and stuff. Some will agree. That's fine. That's why we have these discussions. Just get the brain thinking about this stuff. What could be better? Well, how can we make this game better? Right? As much as I rant on this game, and I also give CG credit where it is. But when I always rant, I would say these are what I would do to make it better. At least I give solutions, because that's what you have to do. It may not be the right answer, but at least it gets you thinking about it. Like, how can we make this game better? How can we get mid-tier and, early players more involved? How can we get players to want to stay in this game? We need fresh blood. We have to have it. So what are some ways that we can make the game more enticing, better, funner, more involved, feel like they've got a chance to catch up and when I say catch up, get stuff where they can have fun with some of these teams and do some things. So, this is kind of stuff I think about all the time. Because I don't try to look at it from my point of view, right? Like, if I can do Conquest, I can do all the stuff. I've got the tunes. I mean, I'm working on Java, for Christ's sakes. I have Grand Inquisitors. I have all this crap. I'm just working on getting this stuff, and this I'm frustrated about Skiffy Lando because I took him with crystals to 55 out of 100. I don't want to spend 4,000 stupid ass crystals to get him to 7-star. I want to farm free to play and finish him that way, and then use my crystals for Bougie Leia. But they've been delaying that. Ugh. But yeah, engineer, this is what we do. I interact with the chat. We talk about it. We'll have our disagreements. Macias disagree with me, and I disagree with Macias. At the end of the day, we respect each other. When we try to come up with solutions, right? We try to, offer compromise, right? Macias has good ideas. I've got good ideas. I've got horrible ideas, and Macias has the same ideas too. So it's like, but we try to, the more you talk about stuff, the more you start getting a consensus on things. So, trust me, I just give you my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. It's just my thoughts. Yeah. And constructive conflict's good. We disagree. Okay, well, what's the answer? I don't know, but let's try to figure it out. That's a much better solution. But I mean, where the game is at, we got to start thinking about this stuff. Like, we want this game to succeed. You know what I'm saying? We want the game to be successful. I want it to be profitable. I want them to make money and keep the game going and keep this game rocking and rolling. But, when I see stuff that I just don't agree with, I just got to call it out, And the big thing is just datacrons. At the end of the day, the other stuff's kind of, it is what it is. But datacrons are my big thing right now. And my position is that they got to go. I am just not a fan of datacrons. I think the player experience from Datacrons is so negative that it really overshadows a lot of the positive things that they're doing in the game. As I said, the recent mod changes, I love them to death. The new character kits look fun, and I'm happy about those, and TB looks cool. But I can't get over that big pile of elven shit in the room just staring me in the face. But, yeah, we do a lot of stuff, man. Discussion, tacos, and bourbon, mod depression, Swevens, etc. You just had to throw the Swevens in there, didn't you, the engineer? That's cruel. Swevens. I hate Swevens. I've rolled so many Swevens in this game. It's stupid. That's why I'm the Admiral Commodore Redbeard Ranger of the Sweven Season, the Sweventh Fleet. That is a name you guys bestowed on me as my pirate captain name. Yeah, I think so. I don't know how CG takes the stuff, but that's not for me to worry about. I gotta tell you this: you gotta have thick skin to be in the gaming business, because there's gonna just be people that come at you, good or bad. They just will. But you have to learn how to filter that out. Macias is a content creator. I'm a content creator. There's other content creators that hang out with us. We all have thick skin to a point, because there's just going to be people that hate your ass no matter what you do. And you just have to learn to tone that shit out. Like, if I get any kind of stupid ass comment in the comments on the videos and stuff, I just delete it. I don't want to deal with it. I am not interested. Just, you don't like me? Good. Go watch something else. This ain't for you. But I don't need to hear you tell me why I suck. You're not telling me anything. You're just being an asshat, and I have nothing for you. If you say, I was watching the video, I think maybe your sound quality could be better. I didn't like this. Maybe you could talk about this in a different way. That's different. I don't mind getting, constructive criticism. But a lot of times, the criticism you get is just, you're garbage, you suck, you're awful, go to hell, burn, all these crazy things. You're just like, no one loves you. Delete. Moving on. Don't watch. Hey, King's Elders, what's going on, buddy? We're just waiting to see what this update's going to say. I'm just praying that we get Skiffy Lando. I'm so waiting for Skiffy Lando. Because if I can start farming Skiffy Lando, that's really going to get us quicker to Java. Because I'll use crystals for Leia, and she'll be done in 2 weeks, and then we get Skiffy Lando up and running at the same time, and that'll be dopest. Yeah, it's people just want to be toxic, and I think a lot of that just gets into psychological makeup. People that are just miserable want you to be miserable too, so they try to get you on your level. So you just have to learn to recognize it and ignore it. I ain't got time for that shit. I mean, you guys hear me say it all the time. I don't have any problem saying 2 things. I don't know, and I'm wrong, or I was wrong. And I have no problem saying if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You guys correct me in chat, like, oh, I got that wrong. Cool, thank you. You know, or if I don't know something, I ain't gonna blow some sunshine up your ass. You know, I just you know, there's people that think they know and you don't know, and they're better and they're miserable and they want to make you the same way. So it's like, all right, I got you. Bye bye, go away. I ain't got time for your nonsense. Grow up. They are better. They think they are. I ain't got time for that shit. I really don't. My focus is on you guys that are in the chat that, you know, we're having fun and we're doing what we do and having these good discussions. That's what matters. So we'll chill here for another 10 minutes. Or however long until we get the update. I really want to see what that update's going to have in it. We know it's going to be the droids and some other things. I'm hoping there's some bug fixes. That's a big thing. That's a big negative on this game right now. These bugs are getting out of control. The crashes, the locks, and I'm not talking BlueStacks. Case can tell you, Clayton can tell you, everybody that streams, we're used to BlueStacks being just, it just does what it does. But that's just the thing that's the cross we bear being a content creator and having BlueStacks. But stuff happening on phones, on Androids and stuff like that, yeah. All right, engineer, have a good day on your engine sweaty swev and running the train tracks there, buddy. Be safe. Don't say that, Mr. Bone. Please don't invite that piece of shit here. I bet he's lurking, just waiting for you to say that. I swear, if he pops and starts doing that, Mr. Bone, I'm going to get your ass. If we've had a nice, clean, no porn day so far. It could. We'll give it a shot here, Hawthorne. If it comes in on time, then we'll look at it. But I give it about 10 minutes. If not, then I'll go wait till the actual content tonight will cover it. So one way or the other. I mean, that's where it's scheduled. But I don't really give CJ a lot of... I mean, implementing stuff like that, I've been through that process before. It's a nightmare. And you hope everything goes in place. But, you know, and then you wait to see if there's any bugs associated with it. And then you have to react to that. So it's that part I give them a lot of slack on, because anytime you try to add anything to any kind of software, whether a game or in other things, it's you hold your breath. Murphy's Law does apply. Everything that will go wrong, can go wrong, does go wrong. And you have to be able to adapt. But we'll see. If they do push it back, no hair off my ass. Just do what I always do. Wait for it to come out, and then we're still going to talk about the kit and the update tonight, and you know, drink and be merry and do JC and scream and rant, and I'll lose my mind because Vader beat my ass again because of stupid RNG. Oh, look. Finnick took 5 hits, and she dodged and deflected every single one of them. So glad to put that exterior on her. It's great. Yeah, there are certain packs. Yeah. Packs are kind of the same thing. Like the large galactic, this pack here, yeah, there's certain packs that are just fantastic. This is fantastic. I love this kit. Every time I can afford it, Jane, right now, I get it. You should too. This is an unbelievably good kit. This one and the other one, that's for like $7.99. They're both so good. That is a great pack for $19.99. It's so good. You know, some of these packs are okay. Some are just ass. You know, especially the gambling packs. You know how I feel about those. But that pack, what you get, mwah, love it. I love the $19.99 pack. I always have. I think it's a fantastic kit. Or pack, sorry. No, that one's really, really good. I really dig that one. Can I do, while we're sitting here waiting, can I do a battle? Can I attack you, Ghost X? Let's find out. Let me check my shark because I don't want to hit somebody that I'm not supposed to, because I always want to make sure, because I've boo-booed that before. Not playing it. I can't attack Ghost X. Well, we're going to attack Ghost X. Let's do it. See what kind of RNG we get on this crap. Well, I don't think they will, King's Eldris, but I hear what you're saying, brother. All right. Let's see if we get any call assists. This will affect our. That's okay. We win. We win. This is over. It's over, Anakin. I've got the high ground. Darkseid, does First Order need Sun Fact to counter Executor, or is there another ship I can take in its place? I want to keep Geos together for Profundity counter. No, First Order has, for the Executor fight, there's no Sun Fact needed for that. I'm not sure, like, where that comes from. The First Order, yeah, the First Order counter has, that shouldn't. No, the give me a second here. The First Order starting lineup for the Executor, if it's the standard Executor lineup, right? Even with it's got the triple attacker, you're still going in there with Enchilada, SLKR, and Shuttle. First Reinforcements is Special Forces. You've seen me; I've done it a million times on the stream. You can go back and watch me do First Order over and over again, practicing the First Order counter. The good thing about the First Order counter, it's about a 70% win rate, because you can still get shitty ass RNG with it. But I don't use Sunfec. I keep that for Malevolence, man. So I should, if I wish I'd seen your question beforehand. So go back and watch the last GAC we did on Monday. I did the First Order counter there, Darkseid, and you'll see how I go about doing it. There's a certain order. You have your starting lineup, like I just said. First move is to hunt Houndstooth. Then you do SLKR's basic on Razor Crest. And then you'll see the turn of events, and you can just write it down. This is how it goes. And the good thing is, even at the worst, you're going to take out a few ships, and it's an easy cleanup. I don't know if it still is. It's not a bad one either. As long as you get guaranteed stuff and it's the value's there, then yeah, absolutely. I don't think the cargo completion's still in there. Let me look. Soldiers of the Republic. If you don't have these, but this again, this is gambling. So like, Jesus. Don't see it. No, I don't think so. It's not in there right now, unless it's just not showing it to me. Yeah, Monday I remember we did because I used Profundity against Profundity, and then I used it. Anytime I see that, I'm like, all right, you want to put Executor and Profundity down? Cool, I got the two ships. I'll do Mirror, and then I'll go use my First Order against Executor. Even if I have to do shot it, I will get the clean 2 shot. And then that allows me to use Malevolence to say, like, because he put Negotiator down too. So I had Profundity, Negotiator, and Executor on defense. You know, so he went full tilt on defense on his ships. Now, what's funny is the Profundity, which was only 6 stars, I actually lost that fight and had to clean it up. The Executor fight went smooth, and so did the Malevolence versus Negotiator. So, yeah. Look at ships. If I can, I'll go do it. If I get number 4, if I can attack some. General Burn, when is your payout, brother? General Burn, I think you either had one. You just had one. So give me about 5 minutes, and I actually will do that fight for you here, Darkseid, and show you here real quick. I'll do the fight for you with First Order. Waiting for the Waiting for the update to hit anyway so we can get the notes and see what's going on here for tonight. And I can attack General Burn. Good. 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 Look at Finn. Like a boss, man. Already has the thumbnail for me. That dude's a legend. Is it just me, or was this the Galactic Challenge the easiest one ever? Well, if you had like the Executor and stuff, this last Galactic Challenge, the one with bonus for Empire with the ships, if you have the right ships, it is. If you don't, then of course a little bit more difficult. I'm good to see you, Jack. Now, so before I leave here, Darkseid, I'll show you that battle with First Order. We do have an Executor who I can hit, and I will do the fight for you. Again, it's still 70%. It can still go bad. Like, you can get the wrong RNG on it. There's certain things that have to happen in the fight. It's not clean, but if you can pull it off, it's pretty good. But even then, I'm still going to take out a couple ships. And so for GAC, it's like, okay, that's an easy Executor cleanup after that point. I can go in there with Radis and clean it up. Darth Curtains, is that you? No, it's me, Lone Star. Dark Helmet. And I see your sword is as big as mine. Let's see how well you handle it. Dibby dibby doo, dibby dibby dibby. And then another dibby dibby doo. Alright, either we're going to get an update or I'm going to do another fleet battle here. One or the other here. We're going to see what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? Going in here and getting, it's past the time. See if we get the update on time. No, not yet. Anybody that gets the update, let me know and I'll immediately. You guys probably will see it before I do. Get in there and do the fleet battles, you know what I'm saying? Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight. No? Okay. Yeah, but you don't need it. You don't need it in Darkseid. You really don't. You'll see. No, he's fine at 7. You don't need to go ham on that. He's already fine. Relic 7's fine. Which we'll do in 2 minutes and 20 seconds or whatever. And that allows you to have your malevolence. Like, if there's Empire, I always go Geos with it, the starting line of Geos, and that always works out really well because that's an easy counter too. So I like to have Sunfac there for that. And if I'm going Negotiator, I'll have Sunvac, Hyena, and Vulture in the starting lineup. It just depends on what fleet I'm going to use against. But I like to have those pieces in place for each fleet so I can go do the fight the way I want to do it. No update yet. We can always use more furnaces. I'm not tempted to buy some baloney. Baloney. Who do I need for that? I'll need it for you, won't I? Oh, damn it. You know what? We got some raids coming in today, so I'll get those, and then I get my thing. I'll get the rest of those. It's a shame I didn't get the Mark V. I need the Mark Vs. I got plenty of Mark 6s here, these detonators. I just need the Mark Vs now. Got to build those up. Got to go fast. All right, let me see here. 26 seconds, we can go do that fight. We wait on bated breath for this update. Which we'll go do the fight here, so. I'll show off the first order counter here for you there, Dark Side. All right, so we'll clear this, clear that. Let's go Hux. Where are you? There you are. Clear that. So we're going to go Enchilada. We're going to go you. Again, there's some RNG associated with this, but you'll get the gist of it. And then just because, just throw those two in there. Just for this practice, this counter. The other two first order ships with special forces. And then you don't need Houndstooth. Actually, I need pita bread in here. What am I thinking? Don't need you. We'll do you, and I need pita bread. Where are you? You definitely need the pita bread for this counter. All right, here we go. In we go. Forgot about the old pita bread. Yeah, 16 mods are important too. All right, so we get to go first. I'm going to target Houndstooth. I'm going to hunt him. I'll get back to you later, buddy. All right, so he's hunted. Basic on Razor Crest. Okay, now they're going to do their AoE on our Enchilada. Hopefully it doesn't take too much crazy damage. Now, I'm going to use the third ability on itself. That's going to give turn meter. We're going to do big hit here. Get his protection stuff back up. Now they're going to start firing away. There he goes again. Now we want to concentrate on him. But before we do that, that's with Silencer. We want to do this on him. We want to ability block and get that shit so he doesn't taunt. Then big hit. Okay, and then we'll do this on him again. Get the turn meter. Basic should take him out. It does. Now I'm going to hit him because I want him to get turn meter. Well, that sucks. He dodged. All right, so we want special forces to come in next. And what we're going to do is we're going to go right after the Houndstooth. We're going to call the Silencer. Hopefully we get an ability block and or stunner. Both is actually pretty good. Okay, he comes in. He's doing his thing. That sucks that that's on him. That really sucks. That's the RNG I'm talking about right there. So I'm going to do this. That's fine. He's going to fire again. Can't do anything. Basic. He's going to get healed here. All right. Let's do this. Clearing that. He's going to get healed. All right. Basic, because I'm going to switch it here. Yeah. That's fine. This is the RNG I'm talking about. Get you out of there. See, I've already taken out 2 ships, so far I've got... okay, we'll bring in pita bread now because we don't want them to try to get payout. I'm going to hit you anyway, so let's just do that. You're going to get your taunt off now. Okay. They'll bring in him. He's going to go for the stun. That sucks. Yeah, see, the RNG is just not working out for us because we got the ability block on him. It happens, but there's not much you can do about it. So... they're going to take out him. Yep. So this one would be technically a loss, but you see the gist. I just got bad RNG on it. But I've already taken out 2 ships on this fleet, so the cleanup's going to work pretty well. Yeah, I can't do anything. I mean, why not? Not that it's going to matter. They're going to kill him next, so I can just forfeit this. Yeah. But you saw that I took out 2 ships, so the cleanup on that is for GAC purposes. Where it got me was when Boba Fett comes in, if that ability block lands on your shuttle, you can still salvage it, but there's not much you can do because you can't cleanse the buffs. He's going to counterattack and get him in the payout. And so that's just unfortunate. That's why it's only 70%. If that doesn't happen, it puts the ability block like most times on the Enchilada. Then you strip him, bam, big hit from Silencer, and then you're off to the races. But you saw that we took out Cad Bane, we took out Boba Fett, Normally after that you just finish it up with bad RNG. So I would go in there with Radis afterwards and two-shot it, and I never have to use profundity on it. So you can beat that with that. So you kind of get the idea of how I'm playing it there. How do you mod Jedi Knight Luke, says Alpha and Omega? It's offense. Offense, more offense, and then when you need a little bit more, how about some more offense? Speed around 220 if you can get it. But you can see I went offense crit chance here. He is 11,456 damage. You can get it higher if you want. But, you know, just the offense here. And that way you don't have to use Sunfac on that Team Dark Side. You can just go with keeping that for your Malevolence fleet. And that really helps you out because now you've got a fully intact Malevolence fleet. The Sunfac does have a good part to play on that, and that just makes it, you know, an easier fleet that you can use on some other stuff. I'm not seeing any update yet. Anybody? Anybody? Update anybody? Not yet. I'll give it another go. How many more battles I have though? Oh, you've seen it. I don't really need to do that. Probably have to time. But yeah, you get the gist of it. And go back and watch. I did beat it on Monday with on the GAC stream, so you'll see me go in there and you can watch me, and it will work. So you can see when it goes right. It it comes down to that stupid ass ability block. 9 times out of 10 it lands on your tank, but if it doesn't, for some reason it lands on your shuttle, you can have it land on SLKR and be fine. If it lands on the shuttle, you're basically, it's 50-50 at that point. Probably 60-40 in their favor, because unless you get some right turn meter or stuns at the right optimal moment, you're going to get, you saw what happened. You're welcome, Alpha and Omega. That's what we do here. But you get the gist of it. So I don't need to show it again. Maybe we won't get the update for another 3 hours. Give it another minute. I'm just going in and out of stuff. See if it triggers. No, yeah, not yet. Well, give it 2 more minutes and then we'll rock and roll. I have 3 battles left. Yeah, turn JC. Like, oh, by the way, I know you're doing JC, but here's an update. Enjoy. Like, oh, thanks. Oh, thanks for nothing. Yeah, it was 4 hours later. Which is fine. If it's delayed, it's fine. But, I mean, a little pause when it's second week in a row. It's a little 3 or 4 hours delayed. I will do one more find, and then if it's not out by then we'll just wait for it tonight, see what happens. I got other stuff to do. I got a lot of stuff to get ready for tonight. Plus, I need to go hang out on the Discord there. Everybody watch some baseball, talk some Star Wars. That's what we do for VIPs. Yeah, nothing on the forums yet. Well, my. I hear Buddy up there running around like an idiot with his bone or something because he's. I can hear him dropping it as he's running. Oh my god. Pretty awful there, Micaeus. Just Datacron's out the ass, man. Oh god. I don't know any of these folks, but we're all 9 to 10 million and all pretty even. I'd say my mod's a little bit better than most people I looked in here, but just Datacrons for days, dude. It's like, Jesus Christ. Horrible. We'll see. I didn't. The last round I faced a Jabba. I beat it with SLKR. I tried to use the Vader Datacron. And I just had to basically like, all right, I get it. You want me to use a GL here? I was trying to be cheeky, but are we gonna Jabba? Jabba? No Jabba there. Maybe I'll get lucky. I don't have any Jabbas this round. I had two head Jabba last round that I faced. It was pretty. Actually, I was glad that was a thing. I don't see top tier Jabba there. I don't think my opponent has Jabba. No. No. Oh, this poor bastard. 7, 8. I didn't see you. 5 GLs. Oh, careful, Icarus. You climbed up too high with your wax wings and will suffer. No Jabba there. Sephiroth. Someone likes their Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, so no Jabba this round. I had 2 last round. Inbox. My rewards. Good. Good. Give me those. Oh yeah, that makes total sense. God bless you, dude. He's not fun to take on, but if you have a dark side character, for the most part, SLK with Watt and stuff will take him on. Vader just nukes him. Even without the Datacron, Vader nukes Jabba. Light side GLs have a really difficult time with Jabba, just the way that their kits are and stuff. So. You're welcome. I'm going to do this. I'll do this fight one more time just for you, buddy. I mean, I got 3 fights here before you go dark side. I'll do this before we get out of here. See if I can beat this with this. See if we can get the right battle in here for you, just to show it off. And then we'll wrap it up. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe before you go, everybody. All right, let's try this again one more time. It went well. The opening salvo did. So let's see this. Hunt Houndstooth. Then we're going to basic raise Ways Quest. Basic on the Ways Quest. And they're gonna do their AOA, hit my tank. Yep. Do this haul. Okay. Big hits. Then you hit. Oh, that's not good. That's okay. Alright. Billy block. Big hit. Okay. Flip it again. Basic. Gotcha. Basic. Get you some turn meter. Call in the special forces. Go for the... Oh, that's not good. Okay, we got the stun at least. Jesus Christ. Okay. Who got the ability block? Okay, good. Now we can do this. Big hit. Alright. Call. You're out. You're double dead. Just get the stack there off you. There we go. Heal. That's fine. Back to you. Basic. Didn't do anything. That's not good. That's fine. Flip. Bring in pita bread here. Basics. Just get that turn meter. Basic. Get the target lock. Okay, should bring in that ship. Okay, let's strip. That's fine. Big hit here. Should take him out. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Okay, that was a little bit cruddy RNG. Back to you. Come on. Almost there. Gotcha. There go out to enchilada. He's going to go down. That's okay. Strip. Call and assist. Big hit. Little cruddy RNG, but oh, he still got the payoff? Well, they don't have another ship, I don't think. We still might be able to beat this. Pita bread, I'm not going to worry about. We're just going to go right after Razor Quest. Yep, Strippy. Basic. That was unfortunate. Okay. No, didn't get it. They got the payout, so. But it's again, you see, it's an easy cleanup. Razor Crest is in. Well, no, they had that's yeah. So didn't quite get it again, but that's okay. You get the gist of it. Damn, I needed one more turn to get that motherfucker. Yeah, but you saw how it went. So you get it, and we don't have an update. If anybody can report in on an update, that would be superb, but I don't think we have an update. So, yay. All right. With that, we're going to call this one done. So, thank you guys for joining me today. Have a good rest of your day. We'll be, remember VIPs in a couple hours. I'll be in there. I'll tag you guys for the VIP stream, and then we'll have the big show tonight on the YouTube, of course. On YouTube here, we'll do the Wednesday night stream. We'll get that set up here, and then we'll hang out and do JC, cover the news whenever the news comes, and then we'll take it from there. So thank you guys for joining us. Have a great rest of your day. Love you guys, and we will wo ai ni, as they'd say in Chinese, wo ai ni. We will see you soon.